And we are live. What is going on, everyone? It's your boy Johnny Dunn, and we back with another one. Now, today we got another live stream, another comic book blind box drop, and today we have Miles Morales. Now, this is a huge Spider-Man character. This is a newer Spider-Man character as well. He's in, a new video game that Spider-Man just came out on. So this is going to be big time, right? We have a total of 30,000 editions. We know how fast the 30,000 edition blind box sells out now. So anybody who's able just to get one, congratulations. I'm going to go through the variant covers real quick. And I'm going to tell you which one I think I like the most. Now, we got the common classic cover, 21,000 editions. The uncommon, we have 5,000 editions. Rare, 2,350. We have the ultra rare, 1,050. And of course, the secret rare, 600 editions. Now, I'm going to go through them real quick and just tell you which one I think I like the most. So we have two commons. We have the common and the uncommon that kind of look similar, right? Which I like the way they look. They look pretty cool. But then we have the rare. Now, the rare I think is my favorite looking, just because the red, it stands out big time with Spider-Man on there as Miles Morales. But then the ultra rare, you got Miles taking off his mask. I like that one a lot too. That one looks cool. And then the secret rare, I like the way that looks. It's not the plain cover. I almost became sort of a fan. Maybe I just got used to the way the secret rare started to look, kind of how they look plain. But it looks like now they're kind of starting to spice it up a little bit, which is pretty cool, a little different. What you think you're going to get? Give me a prediction. I think I am going to get one today. I got a good feeling. I think I'm going to have to say, I'm not feeling anything too crazy today. I'm not feeling a secret rare, even though I haven't got one yet. So I'm really hoping I get one. Not really feeling the ultra rare today. I'm thinking uncommon to a rare. I'm really hoping for a rare one today. I like that red cover. Marty Mcfly Williams in the building. Let's go. No, speaking of Marty Mcfly, right? I hope you're a big Back to the Future fan. I hope you got some of those Marty McFly hoverboards. I think they're going to do well, right? We already see them over $100, I think, right now. We saw them get all the way up to close to $200 for those Marty McFly hoverboards. And I think one of the major catalysts or the major reasons why is because that's the first ever Mattel NFT, right? That has Mattel on there. So I think also once VeVe starts releasing all these, a little bit more for the younger generation, all the brands that Mattel has, the Hot Wheels, I think Bob the Builder, I think Uno, I think Barbie's one of them. So I think once we start to see all them have that Mattel sign on them, I think the first Mattel will be big time. So what happened to Peter Parker? So this is a new character, right? Completely new character. Miles Morales. I believe he is Latino. So this is going to be big time, right? This is a whole new character, Spider-Man. This is going to be, I believe he's in a new video game as well. Pineapple Gang in the building. Let's go. Man, shout out to Pineapple Gang. It's wonderful. He's in the building. Let's go. Yeah, the rare is definitely my favorite too. Yeah, I like the ultra rare too. But I think the rare just kind of, again, I'm kind of making all these, not predictions, but kind of my opinions based on how it's going to look in my showroom, right? So I'm thinking of how that rare is going to pop on my walls, and I think it's going to be big time. Hey, absolutely got to get this one. Omi Queen. Let's go. Yeah, I think this is going to be big, right? I think this is a cool one. I think people are excited about this one as well. We've seen a lot of comics drop, so I've also heard some people saying, is this going to dilute the comic market, etc.? But again, I think there's a lot of big-time comic books out there. And of course, some of the newer ones, they may not have the value as some of the old, like the Marvel Comics #1, some of those legendary old school comics. But it's going to be one of those things where I think the newer ones, you may just have to wait a while for them to appreciate. I got 10 skateboards, Marty McFly one. Awesome, man. Yeah, I got 10 skateboards, Marty McFly one. That's awesome. You mean hoverboard? Same thing. They kind of look like skateboards, right? Kind of same thing. I think I have 3 or 4 of them, so not too many, but I had to get a few. Had to get duplicates. I'm gonna tweet this out for live stream again. We got about just over 15 minutes to the drop. Tweet this out for everyone joining. Also, shout out to everybody who got one of those secret drops. I tried putting out a little teaser on YouTube. You know, it's a big thing in the community right now. Do you want to tell people about those secret drops, or do you want to just let them figure it out on your own? It's kind of a big debate in the community right now. And so the way I approached it was I wanted to kind of give a heads up to everybody because I have a lot of people, you know, who support me, who follow me. But I didn't want to completely give it out, right? Because they do secret drops to kind of hint at things, to kind of tease people. You know, it's kind of built into the collecting aspect of things. So the way I did it was I just posted out a little shark picture with a caption that said like, "Hey guys," with a couple eyes like hinting at like something's going on. So hopefully people caught that. Not sure if anybody was able to catch that or not, but just in the future, I may give out little hints like that in case I catch anything early. Join us live for the new comic book drop on VeVe today at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Join us live for the new comic book drop on VeVe. I'm just going to put that. Let's have a new comic drop on VeVe. Boom, boom. Also, you know, we got that Master Collector program coming up soon. We don't know when we're going to get the details. I don't want to rush Dan. You know, he's taking his time on that. He wants to make sure it's legit. He wants to make sure everything's right. So one thing that I want to stress about the Master Collector program that a lot of people keep asking me about, you know, they're not really sure is how many sets do I need, right? We all know as a collector, the sets are going to be important. But what I've been kind of visualizing this whole time when people have asked me what's my opinions, what's my thoughts, how it's going to be, I kept saying how I don't think sets are going to be the only, you know, thing that's going to give you that master collector status, just because they've stated before how they don't want people to come in, new people, and just buy every set and then they become master collectors, right? That would be unfair to the new people. But they also want to reward, you know, the big collectors. So they kind of have to meet in the middle with that. And the one thing that I've been saying, how I think they're going to do it is, you know, it's going to be like a point system and there's going to be tiers. So I think sets will count as a big portion of those points. So let's just say, you know, a set is worth 100 points, right? Maybe if each collectible you buy may be worth 5 points or something like that. And then also each day you hold on to those ultra rares, those full sets, those secret rares, I think you're going to get points each day for holding on to those individual collectibles as well. I think sets are just going to give you those huge points each day if you're able to complete that set. That's why I think those individual collectibles that's a full solo set are going to be so valuable, because you don't have to spend, you know, money to get 12 collectibles just to get that one set. So, and so also, like, the other thing that I want to talk about is how it's not only going to be about buying collectibles. I think you're going to be able to level up and get points too. Maybe if you don't have that big budget, you're going to be able to get it by being active on the app. That's one thing that a lot of people aren't really understanding yet, I don't think, because it's not actually in place. A lot of people have said, like, why would you even use the VeVe app? The feed's not great yet. And yeah, I understand that the feed's not amazing. It's not perfect yet, but they haven't really spent too much time. They haven't had the time to really make that amazing yet. They will get to it. And once they get to it, that's when everyone's going to flood to it. Also, I think people are going to flood to it because you're going to get points for commenting, engaging, you know, liking stuff, just being part of the community on the app. So I think that's once people start to understand, like, oh, if I'm using this app, I'm using the social part, I'm engaging with the community, even though it's not perfectly laid out yet, they're still it's gonna help you level up. That's when you're gonna see everybody start using the VeVe app and it's gonna get popping again, right? So I've really been using the VeVe app the entire time since I start using it. You know, there's been times where I kind of start using Twitter more or Discord more, but I've never stopped using the VeVe app. So I think that's going to be big time in helping me level up to be one of the master collectors. Yo, December in the building. How we doing? How we doing? Please give me one tonight. Yeah. An ape. Yeah, this is a different Spider-Man completely. So we saw the Peter Parker one already, and this is the Miles Morales. And we also saw the other Spider-Man. I think it was Ben Reilly as well. I didn't actually tweet this out just yet. Let me put it on IG real quick. And again, guys, we got about 10 minutes until the comic book drop. Can't forget about that. There's some other things I want to talk to you about as well. You know, with the transition to Immutable X coming, that's going to be big time for VeVe. And there's a few reasons why I think that. Because we see that TikTok is now having their own NFTs, right? Just like how NBA Top Shot had their NFT moments to where you can own like a LeBron James dunk, etc. Where now TikTok is moving to Immutable X on the OpenSea platform. So this is going to be big time. What this means is TikTok is going to be selling their, you know, famous videos that went viral, etc. So you're going to be able to own one of those as an NFT. And that's going to be on the same Immutable X platform that VeVe NFTs are going to be on soon. So that's huge. That's big time. We see how, you know, these memes can pop off and become viral. And we see how many of these NFTs on VeVe that can be turned into memes, right? For example, the Dad Bob Batman is perfect. There's just so many of them. Yo, Micah G in the house. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, it's coming, brother. It's coming. And yeah, I think Immutable X is going to be game changing for so many reasons. Because one, you know, when you're on OpenSea for the first time, I did some research on OpenSea a lot this summer. You know, I was just researching a lot of projects. I experimented a little bit just to try to get a feel for what it's going to be when we move over there. And, you know, gas fees are a huge thing, right? Just to list your collectible, you know, to buy an NFT, you're going to be paying gas fees. But on Immutable X, there are no gas fees. So I think it's a revolutionary, game-changing aspect that's coming to the whole NFT space. And everybody on the VeVe app, we're so used to not paying fees, right? I've had a couple new people come on and say, like, when you send a collectible to someone, do you have to pay a fee? Like, no, it's free. So that's big time. Pan up again. Yes, on their website, right? I'm not sure, December, what you're talking about. Let me know what you're talking about on their website. But yeah, man, the fact that VeVe is going to be on that same platform that TikTok NFTs are going to be on, what that's going to do too is that's going to get the whole younger generation, right? The younger kids are all on TikTok right now. That's going to get them all into crypto. That's going to get them all into NFTs. A lot of people don't understand what an NFT is yet. And for those who are just joining who aren't sure what an NFT is really still, it's a way to basically digitize anything physical. You know, to prove ownership that you own something digital, the same way that you would prove ownership of something physical, you would have to get an authentication that you own that, right? Well, now through the blockchain, which is just a digital ledger, a transparent ledger that just shows, you know, who owns what, you know, what did what. So it shows that I own the first ever Spider-Man, the first ever Batman in digital format. So that's going to be big. It's actually, it's the first time ever that we have a way now to prove ownership of something digital. And the fact that that Twitter is about to start verifying profile pictures that are NFTs, that's game changing. Because think about it. How many people on Twitter, right, in the whole entire world are fans of Batman, are fans of Spider-Man, are fans of Marvel, Superman? People are going to want that as their profile picture. And now you can have it verified that you actually own that. I don't think still people understand what's happening. Audible, good luck today. You should be able to get one, I think. I mean, we see how hard they are still. The comic book drops, but 30,000 of them, you're definitely going to have a better chance than getting something that has 2,000 editions. Past Mania in the building. Yeah, I saw your picture the other day on Instagram and gave it a like. I saw you had the shades on. You were stunting on them. So, secret rare incoming. Yeah, I haven't got a secret rare yet either on the drops. And my thinking hole behind it is like, I'm just going to keep trying. I'm not mad that I haven't got one yet. I know eventually I'm going to get one, and that's just going to be a great day. Great day on the live stream. I really hope I'm streaming live when that happens. Today, my plan, I'm just going to go for one. I'm going to wait for that green truck to come up. I'm not even going to try to go and get two. I've been having pretty bad luck trying to get two lately. So I'm going to try the conspiracy theory that if you wait for the green truck, you get a low mint. I really don't think that's true. It just happens sometimes. But because there's been times where I waited for that green truck and I got a high mint, so it's not always the case. But for some reason, I just feel good when I see that low mint on the green truck. Weddings are cool to go to sometimes. I'm really not a big fan of going to weddings, to be honest. But when I do go to weddings, I like dressing up, wearing the stun of shades. Got to bring them. Let me go over real quick as we got 5 minutes to go on the drop. In case you're just tuning in and you want to get on the VeVe drop, again, I'll always say this in the beginning in case we have new people joining in, because we usually do, right? We saw with the James Bond drop. A lot of people just are Googling Marvel, Googling James Bond, and they come across a stream. They want to get the drop on the VeVe app, but they don't know how. So real quick, let me just go over it. If you're at the front of the screen, the store, the home screen, this is what you're going to see. You won't be able to see the comic book dropping. So what you have to do is go up to the switcher screen right here and change it from digital collectibles to comics. And then you're going to want to click on that first one right there, the Ultimate Fallout, Miles Morales, boom, boom. And then you just scroll down a little bit and you're going to see the timer. And so it's $6.99 for a blind box, only $7, right? $7 for these comics. It's almost like a scratch-off ticket. You can think about it as. Except what these are, if you get a blind box, right? It's not like a scratch-off to where you buy it and then you don't know if you could lose. But with these, if you buy it, you're guaranteed to get a common at least, uncommon, at least something, right? If your blind box purchase goes through. So you're going to be at least guaranteed to get some kind of digital asset. So even though it's kind of gambling, right? $7. I mean, you're trying to get that secret rare that could be worth thousands. But even if you strike out and you don't get that secret rare, but you get something, you're going to get a common at least. And for the people who are new, if you don't get the blind box, right? You put in $7, you put in $10, and you're not able to get that blind box. You can always go back and pick something up in the market. A lot of things are still cheap right now. I mean, maybe $10 is just a little bit too cheap to get something right now, because prices have gone up a little bit. I think the cheapest may be $15 right now for a season 1 collectible, even the cheap season 2. But sometimes some things in the market can be cheap, right? We saw those, what were they, the Kripkins or the Marvel Mighties maybe. When they first came out, people really weren't understanding that these could be valuable. So people are selling them for like $5. Same with the comic books. Marvel Comics #1, people got them on the drop, selling them for about $4 or $5. People swept them up real quick. Yo. December. One of my best friends is getting engaged this week. Oh, that's cool. It's always a good time. VeVe Dark Link. Good luck, everyone. What's up, JD? How we doing? Yep. T-Bone said they used to be $3. Now it's $15. Yep, I agree. The thing is, 50, 100 gems means nothing. What do you mean it means nothing? Like, you can go through 50 to 100 gems really quick? Is that what you're saying? Because I agree. You can run through these gems. It's hard to keep them in your account, right? It's hard not to spend them. Ivy in the house. Good luck, VeVe fam. Good luck to you, too, as well. We got 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the drop time, so we can't forget about that. And to go back to this, I think, that's one of the major reasons why they made it as gems. They're so smart when it comes to psychology, to where they understand that kids are going to want to, it's almost like Call of Duty points type thing, right? Kids are going to want to spend gems left and right. Oh, I need some gems. Like, you're able to spend them a little bit easier knowing that they're gems and not US dollars. Even though one gem is equal to $1, just the psychology part of it, calling them gems, changes everything. 50 to 100 is nothing. In gems, you need over 25K in gems to make money on VeVe. I mean, I don't agree with that. I think it helps if you have 25,000 gems, but I've seen people, start with a couple hundred gems and they've turned it into a $10,000 account, even more. So I think it always helps if you can start out with more money, obviously, but I don't think you need to start out with that. Yeah, I agree, Paz. I agree. I mean, people who have been here for a while, again, we got minute 30 left for the drop. I mean, we've seen people come in here and spend maybe $200 and now their account's worth $5,000 to $10,000. Like, it's all about just being strategic, studying the market, seeing how the market moves, and being able to flip. You're gonna take some losses, if you're flipping. No one's gonna be doing it perfect. I talked about how a lot of people have flipped well, but they flipped a Da Vinci for 200. Now they regret it. So you're gonna take some L's, but it's all part of it. All right, 50 seconds left, everyone. We can't forget about this drop. And I agree, Ivy. I agree. Luck definitely helps too, Paz, for sure. Like if you say if you get lucky on 3 drops in a row, 2 drops in a row, like big time. I'm gonna plug in my charger here. This charger is connected to Ethernet cable. Now I've done drops without it, and I've gotten them. Like last drop, I got it, but I feel like it helps it to where I just feel like it's a little bit smoother. So we got 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I think I got it. Let's go. Come on, turn green. See the mint number on here. This is why people say if you want to try to get multiple collectibles, hit that exit button as soon as you see the money taken out of your account, and then you can go back and get more. So we got mint number 12,920. So not a low mint, obviously. So we can rule out that conspiracy theory. If you wait for the green truck, you get a low mint. But, I got one. I'm happy about it. So now we just sit and wait. We don't know what it is because it's a blind box. It takes a little bit to get delivered. But let's go. Locked one up. I pressed that a little bit late. So my strategy is, again, when it goes 3, 2, 1, 0, then click. So it's almost like a full second after that 0, because what's happening, I think, is people hit buy now as soon as it comes up 0, 0, 0, 0, and people hit buy now. And that's too early. It doesn't let you hit buy now until that full second happens when it's at 0, 0, 0. So it's like 3, 2, 1, 0 click. That's too early. People are striking out when they do that. I like to go 3, 2, 1, 0, then click. And so when I do that, that just is money every time. Now, you do have to time it well. Like today, if there was about 2,000 editions, I think I would have been too late because I waited for the buy now to come up and then I pressed it. I try to time it to where I'm starting my thumb down like as that appears. And yes, you do have to time it that perfectly because there's 500,000 people going for today a 30,000 edition one, but sometimes there's 2,000. So I mean, that's just a part of being early, right? It's still early. So you just have to give it months. I mean, there's people who didn't wait. There's people who bought the same time I did, waited a couple months, then the FUD hit early summer and they sold everything. I and some others, they stayed collecting and they held. And now their account's worth that much. So same thing's going to happen, right? Right now, if you're just joining, it's still so early. There's going to be millions of people in this app. There's still under 1 million. And so if you just buy the things that are around retail, that's what I'm still doing. And again, this is not financial advice at all. This is just my opinion, my strategy. I'm just buying things around retail. And then I'm trying to hold for another 3 to 4 months. Because in 3 to 4 months, the things that are retail right now, I don't believe are going to be close to around retail price. Let's go. Ivy got one. Let's go. Paz got one. Let's go. Whole squad getting one. Again, not true at all. Yeah, I don't think it's true, man. Facts. 3 and 2 and 1 and 0 and buy now. I mean, that's so funny. It's true. You can do that. It's like 3 and 2 and 1 and 0 and buy now. Anything that helps with that timing technique. So I'm really glad that helps. The buy now moment hits when the notify me button pops up. Okay, yeah, that's probably notify me. Where does the notify me pop up? Like underneath the comic preview? Josh says, nah, what the F was that? I hit the button perfectly. I mean, yeah, man, sometimes I feel like you hit it perfectly and it just strikes out. So I'm wondering too if it's kind of random or if it is still is first come, first serve with that. Audible snagged one. Let's go. I knew you were striking out too for a while, so I'm glad you just got one. Them Morales fingers too fast. T-Bone. Sheba, how we do? Did you get one? How you doing today? Let's go. You did get one. Cool. Austin said secret rare Dragon Girl to 50K. I mean, I could see it. I could see it. I also think, the original Dragon Girl, that gold and silver one that has only 888 editions, I think that's gonna go crazy. That's a season 1 to wrap up season 1. The first artist alley drop. I think that's gonna be over 100K. So Secret Rare Dragon Girl, I've been conflicted, I don't know which one's gonna be more valuable. That's a full set. It's all gold. Like, imagine the value if that first Dragon Girl was all gold and it was a full set. That would be $1 million. I still think this could, one of these could go up to that high one day. I did get a secret rare gold, all gold Dragon Girl. I had to, right? It's like part of my brand at this point. You guys know I have the 2 Dragon Girls, gold and silver. So, sold a couple collectibles. I hate selling collectibles because I know how valuable they're all going to be. But luckily, I do have duplicates. And I was able to ship a couple duplicates off in time. Bought the Secret Rare Dragon Girl, I think around 1.6 to 1.7K, I think it was. Trying to buy at 1.3K, couldn't sell enough in time. I spent like 4 hours on the market going through my whole collection, trying to figure out what was the best to sell, what I couldn't sell, etc. And John is correct, buy low, sell high. That's the thing, man. Like, it's psychology, right? Because when things are low price, around retail, there's a lot of editions. No one wants to buy that because it's not going up in value right then. But you have to have that foresight of what in 4 months from now, these are not going to be the same price. So buy them when no one's talking about them is what I'm doing, and just trying to hold. The hardest part though is having gems for new drops and being able to hold your collectibles. So it's a battle, right? It's kind of a game within the game. I button mashed today. Did you try timing it, or did you just mashed it the whole way through? I'm not sure if you meant like you mashed it at the right time or you did the line gate, because a lot of people are saying the line gate stopped working. I'm not really sure. The problem is these comics came down in price now, so it's not that good to get the drop now. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but that's what I mean. That's the opportunity point, right? Because the Marvel comics, they dropped. People are selling them for $4 or $5. Everyone's like, what's happening? Why would you buy a blind box for $7 and sell it for $5? And so people weren't really buying them. They weren't sure what was happening. But the smart people, they were sweeping the floors. They just bought a bunch because that's the psychology part. It's hard. People are like iffy about it, not buying it when no one's buying it and they're cheap, under retail. People are like, what's happening? But have that foresight and be like, this is the gold mine opportunity right now. There's fear, uncertainty, doubt. People aren't buying it. They're selling under retail. I'm buying that up. 369, Wise Mind Crypto. Let's go. I hope you got one. T-Bone, you're saying there's no buyers anymore? I think that's just not true, man. I think you just have to have patience. Yo, when are we going to be able to tip you? Oh, I don't know, man. Hopefully soon, man. Maybe I'll leave my wallet in the bio for you guys if you guys want to tip. I appreciate you big time, man. Big time. What are you trying to tip in? What kind of currency? I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen somehow. Just for even saying that, man. I appreciate that support big time. Pat said when Twitter gets that function rolled out, yeah, game over, man. Game over. And I think that's just the very beginning, right? When Twitter does it, you think Instagram's not going to do that? You think Facebook's not going to do that? You think Snapchat's not going to follow their lead? That's where this is all going, right? We're so in the micro of a whole new frontier revolution happening right now. Try to step back from, the day-to-day, the hour-to-hour, and look at the macro. Where is this heading, right? Are we going to go more into a digital world? Or are we going to, stop using digital things the next few years? In my opinion, I think we're only, like it or not, we're only going to go into the digital world even more. Oh, you lost the stream, December. No, I did get one. I know you got one too, so that's amazing. Finally caught a comment. Yay, it's been 2 weeks. Shut out. T-Bone said if you get a secret rare, sell it. No, I say if you get a secret rare, I would hold it. There's only 600 editions. I mean, it depends though, right? It all depends. Maybe you get a secret rare comic and you want to stack up on season 1 collectibles. Maybe you want to get that Tom McFarlane Batman because that's the first VeVe NFT in the world that they ever minted. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Tasmanian said I had to sell some extras and a few collectibles of sets. I'll never complete for Mondo posters and Bond posters and Peggy Carter to complete more sets. See, that's a good idea, in my opinion. I think that's solid because, unless you love those collectibles that don't finish your set, then that's kind of what I've been doing too, right? I just sold one of my collectibles that I wasn't able to finish the set on to finish the set. So it depends how you want to play it, but in my opinion, I think that's a good idea. Got 2. Wow. Okay, Brennan. Maybe I should have went back and tried to get 2. Maybe I should have went back. Got 2. Sheba second ground. No, it just hasn't been working lately, but I felt it today. Oh, cool, man. Cool. The Domer. Woohoo, I'm back. Got 9812 bombing. Bombing gang. Market access and my Wi-Fi back. Wow, that's amazing, man. Wait, so you didn't have Wi-Fi access because of VeVe, or that's just something separate? I'm glad you got the market access back. I've been hearing a lot of people who, having that market access back, and that's good. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I thought they took that away, Paz, but I guess they, but you, like you said, I guess it just wasn't working for a little bit. Congrats, Brandon. Yeah, Brandon's been killing it, man. Shout out to Brandon, man. Brandon's been crushing it. See, that's how it goes, right? I know a lot of people, they struggle in drops for weeks and weeks, and that happened to me in season 1. And so, I was kind of feeling not confident on drops. I just spent so much money in the market. But then I went on a roll. Right after the first Comic-Con happened, if you check the live streams after Comic-Con, I got almost every single drop. And so I was just feeling so confident on the drops. I feel like that run kind of really changed everything. For real, bro. Yeah. I think December got one, right? I'm pretty sure December got one. I think I will screen cap my showroom. It's just bomb posters and Peggy. That's cool, though. I mean, we're going to see collections of all different things, right? I mean, right now, it's just so early to where, like me, I have a collection of pretty much everything that's dropped almost so far. I tried doing, but in some time, I'm not going to be able to keep that up. Right now, it's even getting hard. I'm kind of debating, like, which duplicate do I sell for this drop? It's almost like a fantasy football game in the collecting world. You have to strategically move your team around, and your team's your collection. But let's go. Let's go. Shout out to December. December's been showing so much support, every day, every time I live stream, and it's been striking out on all these drops. Just had market access restricted, so I feel really good for December. Shout out to December. December Bitcoin. Ultraman, ultra rare dropping. It doesn't say when. Doesn't say when. Just says coming soon. What ticket? Are you talking about the James Bond ticket? If you got that ticket, then that's good money right there. I mean, honestly, I think that's going to be over $1 million. I think that will be. I'm not sure. Let's go, Cash Jazz. What's going on in the chat right now? You guys are like, which cover Brendan Secret Rare? How can you buy more than 2 devices? What? All right, so one of the I haven't been able to get 2 lately, but I think who got 2? Brendan got 2. So the strategy that I've been doing to get 2, I mean, kind of recently, it hasn't really worked lately at all. I've only been able to get 1. But what happens is as soon as you get 1, and you don't have to wait for the green truck to pop up. Like in today's live stream, if you go back and watch it, I waited until that green truck popped up to say you got 1. If you want to try to get 2, don't wait for that green truck. As soon as that money comes out of your account, hit exit and boom, go right back and you can get more. But today I waited for the green truck. I mean, I just wanted to lock 1 in. I haven't been able to get 2, so I figured why go back and get 2, but I mean, some people do use 2 phones, multiple phones. I think they're going to crack down on that eventually. I really suggest only sticking to 1 account, 1 phone. But I mean, people are using multiple phones for like family members and etc. So my advice would be if you are using, multiple phones, I would try to go back to using 1 because I think they will kind of, as it keeps growing, right? And as we see all the negative things that are coming out, I would try to only use 1 phone, man, if you can. I know you're going to say like, well, other people are using more phones, etc. But it's like, if you keep following the lead of those people, it's just going to be a constant circle, right? It's going to take people to kind of change the wave, change the game, change the mindset of people. I've only been using 1 phone, 1 account this entire time. So I think if more people start doing that, even if, you hear other people using multiple phones and all this other stuff, I think it's just karma. Like those people are going to, the people who are cheating, the people who are doing that, they're going to get what's deserved, right? VeVe's going to figure out who's doing what, and those people are not going to be happy. Those are going to be the people that say, it's not fair. I can't use my account. Well, it wasn't fair when you were cheating either. So I would just suggest, doing everything the right way. And if you see people who aren't, I wouldn't follow their lead. I would just, what is going to be, I always say it's karma, right? Like they're going to get what's deserved. Funko, comic book, fixed doggy. Scored 1. Let's go. Oh, December got 2. Landed 1 on the rebound. That's crazy. You deserve it. Bro, good work, fam. Yeah, definitely. You deserve that extra 1. Karma. Exactly. Big time. And, yep. Oh, okay. So you didn't get full access back just yet. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. That is interesting for sure. I know a lot of people that had the account restricted that I feel like that probably weren't doing anything wrong. So I think what probably happened was, the people's accounts that just got flagged for suspicious activity were probably lumped in with those that were probably actually doing something wrong. So now they probably just paused everybody's account and they're probably investigating to see who's who. Portfolio said 2 devices per account is fair, I think. I mean, technically, no. I mean, technically, they say you should only use one account, one phone, but they also said, there's, with family and etc. going on. I would just say my advice, my opinion would be try to go back to one account. But, I mean, you got to do what you think is right. Okay, that might be an issue too. Not positive, not positive. Oh, it's so tough, right, Paz? Because Superman right now is listed at like 900,000, but in my head, Superman's gonna be like big money, at least 10 grand. I mean, I think it's gonna be even more than that. I've had to sell Superman 2 before, but luckily I have duplicates. Um, so if you don't have, even if you have duplicates, I would say try not to do that. But if you have duplicates, then I guess it always depends on what you reinvest in, right? It could be worth it for sure. I had to sell one of my duplicate secret rares, and I did not want to do that. But my theory was too. I don't think we're going to get points each day for having duplicates of the same one. Meaning, if I had 10 secret rares, right, of the same Frank Kozik secret rare, I don't think I would get points 10x each day for that. I think you would have to have like different items to count. I could be wrong because they don't have the details yet, and then I'd probably regret selling my secret rare duplicate. Yeah, Peggy's gonna go crazy. I wasn't able to get duplicates, and so I'm pretty upset with that. But I have one, so I'm happy about that. I think it's one of those things where people just see it's a Marvel Mighty, and they may think like, oh, it can't be that valuable. It's kind of kiddish. I think they're gonna be regretting that big time. Going shopping today. 5 of my items sold while I was locked out, so I got gems burning a hole in my pocket. I got you, man. I got you. It's never a bad thing to go shopping, but try to hold some of those gems for the next drop too. Yep. There's so many good deals right now. Good deals. I mean, it's just part of the ebb and flow of the market, right? Things don't just go up forever, right? You're gonna see those quote unquote green candles and everything. Even the NFT market, you're gonna see them go up like we saw. There's gonna be a healthy pullback, healthy retrace. Then it's gonna go up. Then it's gonna come back down, right? And that's gonna go up again. Like it's just gonna be that ebb and flow. So once you kind of see that and understand that, that's when you can kind of start playing the market and saying like, there's a huge dip in the market. It's probably not best to be selling right now. That's why it's always great to have gems in your account because you can capitalize off those opportunities. But again, it is hard to sell when you just see things skyrocketing. Doom and Red Skull. I missed out on Doom and Red Skull. I should have bought them at 125. I figured it would come back down, and I never did. Yeah, those are an interesting. That was definitely an interesting drop. You could have Superman pushing the Borg away from Earth. I guess like a setup in your showroom. That'd be pretty cool. Thank you, Paz. Somebody gets it. That's what like I think the emphasis right now is on those exclusive comic book covers just for VeVe. But people are understanding how valuable that is, right? Well, hello, in the collectible world now, we have exclusive IP from Marvel only on VeVe. That is just game changing. That's why I stocked up on 30 FA Captain America Mighty Marvels because I think that's not going to stay around $15 for long. So even if it just got to $50, which I think is low, I think that's going to be one of my biggest come ups. I think I got 30 of them. I had, I think I had like 500 or 600 gems at the time or I had like 1,000 gems, or pretty good amount of gems, and so I just went ham. I saw all these. I saw the Captain America Marvel Mighties, the FAs, at like $5, right? Bought a couple, bought a few, went up to like 7, bought more, but I didn't really have that many. And so I saw them go up a little bit past $20, and then it fell back down to like 15. And that's when I just went ham. I just bought as many as I could. End up having like 30 right now. And they make as good gifts too. So like when I introduce new people into VeVe, I send them like I'll not yet, but I will send them a FA Captain America, like Christmas presents, all types of things like that. So VeVe, exactly. It's going to be unbelievable. People are sleeping on that big time pass. I'm glad you caught that, because that's something that most people aren't understanding. Or maybe they like, I think it's just a misunderstanding, or they don't get it yet, or what that means, right? Well, I think we all did, right? Don't feel bad that you did. I mean, that's kind of how they look, right? It's kind of the first glance. Like people see the Rizzo Batman, they immediately think like high value. And then they see, Marvel Mighty, and they like, oh, that's for a kid, right? And I guess it's kind of that, it has that vibe to it, but it's the first appearance of Captain America, right? It's the first appearance of a lot of these characters. So I think they're going to be big. And just like what Pat said, I've said in a few other live streams, these are exclusive just for VeVe from Marvel. And we all know how big Marvel is. So, yeah, 220 is a good steal right there. You paid $220 for a full set. Think about that. Paz says, shh, don't tell anybody. Oh, he says, yeah. I'm going to post this. Hopefully you don't get mad. Because the word's getting out. The black and white exclusive one dropped all the way down to like 100 and, maybe like $120. If I had more gems, oh my gosh, I would definitely get a couple. A lot of people are saying, the iPad has a fast processing speed. Maybe one of the fastest, so I'm not sure. Yeah, it's cheaper. It's one of those things where even if it dips, right? Because dips, happen. Even if it dips back down to say 250, I would not think about selling. If anything, I would start thinking, do I grab another one now? And that's probably what I would do if it dips. I think the whole word bot and auto clicker is kind of getting like used differently. I think it's all the same thing. When people say bot, I think auto clicker is basically what they mean, like the same thing basically. Because that all that stuff is not okay. Like all that stuff's illegal. All that stuff's cheating. Any kind of bot, any kind of auto clicker, like, and that's what I think they're investigating, right? I think they're looking into who's using what, and that's why I think some accounts maybe had, that got listed as suspicious activity or something like that, and they're just investigating, I believe. Dunn, you got the metaverse? What do you mean by that? Like, do I have access to the metaverse? No, I do not. Nobody does yet. Like, you buy 20 Yetis to flip in the future and then give away half as gifts. Exactly. That's kind of how I see it. Like, I don't want to, I have 30 of them. I've never had that many collectibles in one thing. Also, I bought a lot because they were cheap, and I think we're going to get, rewarded for each time you buy a collectible, you're probably going to get X amount of points, right? So, and also I think maybe there's going to be like streaks involved, because I've been just trying to think outside the box where like if you comment on the app every single day for 30 days in a row, if you keep that streak going, you may get rewarded for extra points. Or if you buy a collectible every day for so many days, you may keep a streak going and get rewarded for it. So I've been just buying like even just little things each day if I can. I think they are going to organize it a little bit better, but they talked about how that's kind of like the search, right? if you want that comic book, you kind of have to go out of your way to really search for it on how it loads and everything. I think the market is still down. Yep, market's still down. Let me see if mine got delivered. Nope, still pending, so I did not get mine delivered yet. Yeah, this was huge right here. The things were so cheap. I got about, I think 5 of them, 5 or 6, but 10's a good one. See, that's $40 most, and you got 10 NFT collectibles that are licensed by Marvel. Think of how big that is in the grand scheme of things, not just right now in the VeVe app. This time for next year, do you think those things are going to be $4? Like, we already see where they're at right now. Wow. Ivy, that's going to be huge. Yeah, Ivy, that is big time right there. Congrats. T-Bone said iPad is best for drops. Yep. Tasmanian. Tasmanian said, I think the iPad not being a cell phone has a lot going for it. Yeah, there's airplane mode, but I'll let everyone know how it works out for me. Yeah, cool. Let us know how that works out for you. Let's see. Yeah, Ivy, that's a low mint right there. That's big time. $25 Peggies. That's huge. I wasn't able to get more than one. I tried, when they drop, the floor was just going crazy. So I bought one for 80 when the floor was 70 because I couldn't get one at the floor. And then I tried buying up from 90 to 100 to 120 to 130 to 150. And I just gave up after that. I was like, you know what? I'm not able to get one. Didn't have enough gems past 150 at the time. So I was like, oh, I can't I can't buy anymore. So it just kept running up. So the fact that you got 25 is unbelievable. Yep, Master Collective program is gonna be out soon. So again, for that example right there, I don't think you're gonna get rewarded for the 24 extra Peggies you have. But what that's gonna do is everybody's gonna be wanting that Peggy because it's a one collectible set that's kind of cheap. So you're gonna see that price skyrocket. Let's go. That's awesome, man. That's my boy Kelvin. I got one of my friend using your strategy. Let's go. That's awesome, man. That's big time. That's awesome. I call it the rhythm hack or the rhythm gate because there's all these different gates, right? It's not a hack or anything like that. It's just timing. It's just all rhythm. It's just knowing that when it counts down to 3, 2, 1, 0, don't click as soon as you see 0. So many people are focused on seeing 0 and clicking, right? But I think the trick is to wait. Today we saw, I think the buy now button popped up right as it's supposed to. So even if you try clicking 0 early, I don't think you were able to. So, I mean, I guess it shows proof, right? The buy now pops up after that full second of 0. So, what's your best hold on VeVe Collectibles comics? Thanks. Ooh, I got a lot of them, honestly, man. I'm fortunate. Let me go through real quick. I'll do the comics first because I don't have a huge comic collection. So, I think my most valuable comics that I have, I just got the Daredevil Ultra Rare, which I think is going to be a big one. But I think mine, I sold a secret rare for this one. It was a duplicate secret rare Ultraman 2D poster. The Fantastic Four Ultra Rare, the first exclusive VeVe comic book cover from Marvel. It is this one right here. I think that's gonna be big. I think it's like $450 right now in the market. But since that's the first ever comic book exclusively made for VeVe with the Marvel IP, I think it's part of history. I think that's going to be one of the most coveted comic book covers. That's just the one that I hold. I got a lot of common Spider-Man, a decent amount, handful of Marvel Comics #1. But I think personally that's going to be my most valuable comic. Now on the collectible side, I'll go through a few of them. The Secret Rare Spider-Man from Marvel. I say that because that's the first ever Marvel NFT. If you just Google right now, Marvel first NFT, show me what pops up. It's gonna say Spider-Man from VeVe. That's gonna be amazing. Obviously, the Dragon Girl is one of my favorites. I think the Todd is a must hold. Todd McFarlane Batman. It's the first VeVe NFT that's ever been minted. So anything from that set. The Joe M Batman, I think, is slept on big time. Part of the first set ever. The Rizzo. And also the Becky Batman. So that first set, I think, is a long hold. That's one of my favorite long holds. The Dragon Girl, to finish to wrap up season 1, 888 editions. That's going to be just legendary. Let's see, what else? Ritmo. How to get a second Ritmo, because I think that's going to be legendary. Tokidoki is VeVe's first ever license that they got. And so I think, Tokidoki is going to be interoperable. Maybe I'm wrong about that. It's just been my opinion. So I think that's going to be big right away. And Ritmo is the first fully animated collectible ever on VeVe. So I've been saying this. I think eventually, right now we're seeing static collectibles for the most part. But eventually we're going to see dynamic collectibles, meaning almost everything that drops is going to be animated, I think. So having the first fully animated one is going to be iconic. So those are just some of my long holds. Hope that helps. Thanks. I'm waiting to see if they animate her or do something at the end of the season before I decide I'm going to try to sell. Which one are we talking about? Ivy, let's see. Oh, okay. No, the one that you got, the solo set. I so agree. Master Collector program is going to change the game. I so agree with that. See, that's what I think is happening, honestly. I think people are getting flagged for suspicious activity, maybe for doing something that's not technically illegal. Maybe it's just frowned upon, right? But you're not, you don't have an auto clicker or a bot. So I think maybe your account probably got flagged. Other people's account got flagged. And so they just restricted everybody's who got flagged. And then they're investigating who's, innocent, who's doing illegal stuff. But yeah, I agree. I think it's worth it to list for a dumb price. You're comfortable with it. You never know what could happen. If you mean dumb by like a crazy high price, high value, like list something for $500,000. Because think of what's selling in Ethereum right now. Crazy amounts. People are spending millions of dollars in ETH all day. I really don't know about this one. It's kind of just all random. I'm gonna go in the market right now. Oh, market's still closed. Okay, let me check. Let me check the comics. See if mine delivered. Oh my god, I got a rare. Let's go. Let's go. What did I say? What did I say? I called this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's go. Big time. Let's go. I am so happy right now. I do not want to read this because I don't want it to take a chance of being less valuable, but wow. Wow, let's go. This is crazy. Woo! Let's go. Pass at 10 seconds max. I'm just going to tell myself that my fingers are so fast. VeVe, I thought I couldn't be human, so they flagged my accounts. That's so funny. Cap. Oh, okay. Cool. That's a good. Yeah, okay. You start buying the Peggies at 120, 150. Start. Cool. So yeah, that's not bad at all. That's definitely gonna come up. No, I sell the Peggy when the price hits over 400. Sounds about right. You got to be in a group. I am in a lot of groups now, so now I already have 3 secret rares, and I'm getting more. I try not to join groups. Not a big fan of joining groups like that. I joined one early I think it was like the Ultraman one, and there's a lot of good people in there, but a lot of people have been asking me to join these pump groups lately, and I'm just not even involved with that. I don't want to get involved in any kind of pump group or like that. I know there's a bunch of them. And salute to all those people in it. I just personally choose not to be in any of those. I don't want to be a part of that. You have to have a network on VeVe or else you're not going to win big. I would have to say that's false, brother, because I would say I don't have a network like that where I choose you. I could, obviously, if I wanted to. I have a big enough, reputation platform. I could probably be in any network, but I choose not to be in any of those groups because, God forbid if anything, came back, manipulation, etc. I don't want to be a part of any kind of pump group. So that's just me personally. Salute to all those people that are. That's just not my style. This is a good question. I'm not sure on that. That hasn't been released yet. Most valuable character in that Marvel Cinemax universe. It's not been released yet. You mean as like a 3D collectible? I feel like as a 3D collectible, when we see like Hulk, Wolverine, those two are like some of my favorites. And so I think, that's going to be a huge mainstream drop. It's going to be big time. That's going to be just as big as like the Captain America. I'm not in any groups. I was able to score 2 ultra rare comics. Well, the groups don't help you get any blind boxes. The blind boxes are just completely random on the drops. But the groups, I thought you meant like the pump groups that you're talking about. What defines a low mint comic? So a low mint comic is basically just the edition number. So, if you get an edition number like a number 600 or like a 500 or 700, anything less than 1,000, that's a low mint comic drop or comic book, I would say. Yeah, Paz said, L Hex said a low number. Paz said 3 digits. I would say 3 digits. Yeah, low number. Anything less than 1,000, like even 999, that's a low mint comic book. Yes, sir. Same time, same place. Appreciate you, Shiba. I can't believe I got one. Let's go, man. Let's go. I'm gonna see what the marketplace is looking like. Still down. Market is still closed. Okay, still closed. Imagine if I get a restricted market. The Dragon Girl is weird because the best detail is shown in the common and uncommon, in my opinion. No, I agree with that. Like the detail in the common and uncommon, the tattoos. Oh my gosh, unbelievable! Like I think honestly, it's the uncommon and the common. I think are going to do big numbers. Right now, I think the silver and gold I personally love the most, but the people who are a big fan of the artwork, the detail, they're going to love the common and uncommon too. The way VeVe does it is, they will release a lot of the more popular colors, styles, details, whatever you want to call it, as the common, uncommon. But then, the more rare, exclusive, limited edition run, that's going to be your ultra rare. So, Gary V is coming to my town on Thursday. Got my ticket. Wow, that's amazing, Paz. Dude, that's awesome. Huge Gary V fan, as you guys know. So, shout out to Gary if you're tuning in, you're watching this, man. Go see my boy Pazmanian. Yo, Paz, tell Gary V that Johnny Dunn said what's up if you go see him. We'll start laughing. And remember, if you go, he always talks about this if you follow his Instagram. If you take a picture with Gary and he puts up the 5, don't go shaking his hand. He has a lot of pictures like awkward handshakes. Just put up the 5 with him, take a picture. Ryan K asked, do you think VeVe will allow us to place our collectibles anywhere in the world and leave them there eventually? Wow, okay. I like where your head's going with this. That's interesting. Meaning like place it there in the virtual world, but then say I go there, I can see your collectible there. I do think they're going to eventually do that. Now, I don't think that's going to be right away. I think that's kind of, long-termish, mid to long term. I think like this time next year we're gonna start to see a little bit of that maybe. But right now, I think that's kind of like a little bit ahead. I think, but where your mind's going with that is exactly what I think is where it's all gonna go soon. Yeah, get a pic with a VeVe NFT and Gary V. Yeah, absolutely. Also, Paz, he has the New Mutants that first appearance of Deadpool magazine, a magazine comic book at a pretty high grade too in his office that he always does videos from. So let him know that he probably already knows, obviously, but if you have that comic book, you may want to be like, "Yo, you want to trade or something like that." He's probably got too much time, but not enough time, obviously. But let's go. Yeah, I can't believe I got that. I told you guys I was feeling that cover, right? I wasn't expecting to get it. That's so funny. Yeah. Let's go. So happy I got that. Oh man, okay. Maybe able to get a little VIP access or something. Enterprise on stage. Yeah, could you imagine that? The Star Trek Enterprise on stage. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna go repost some people because I know they all got it too. Let me taking a picture of this one. I'm gonna post it out there. Oh man, I can't believe I got this one. I said I was feeling. Oh, can't type right now. I said I was feeling. I said I was feeling the red cover, and look what the VeVe gods gave me. Let's go. NFT Marvel VeVe Marvel X VeVe. Let's go. Now time to repost a bunch of people. I love reposting people when they get it because it's like an excitement thing, right? Everybody likes to feel good that they got something. Cavell said, apparently I'm a rare magnet. Could be worse, I suppose. Let's go. Okay. I just reposted Cavell, man. Shout out to Cavell. Me and Cavell got to do a live stream together soon. I think he said we will do one eventually. Puts in a lot of work for the VeVe community, man. I know a lot of people, have their own opinion about him, but I mean, he means well for the community. Puts in a lot of work, so make sure you guys go follow Cavell Anderson on YouTube. Timer. I can't find anybody who got one. Oh, let's go, Robbie Remington. Let's go. Huge off the rebound. He got one. Let's go. That's my dog right there. This is my dog from Noise, Robbie Remington. Let's go. That's big time. Pulled a rare. Wow, everybody's getting the rare. Let's go. Oh, 364. Wow, very, very bullish. Got a 364. Let's go. Man, everyone's pulling the rare. Let's go. Congrats, December on pulling 2. I'm tweeting you right now. This community is amazing. I'm so happy with what we've built. It's unbelievable. Yeah, Paz, post the picture on Twitter and I'll repost you. Let me find you actually. You didn't post it. Post a picture of it. I'll retweet you, brother. If anybody who's watching the stream right now too, if you guys got one, take a picture of it, post it on Twitter, and tag me so I can see it, and I'll repost you. I just want my showroom to look like yours, my G. You will get there, man. If you want to see how it's possible, use me as motivation, right? No, granted, I did spend a pretty good amount of money on a lot of my collectibles, but also I bought a lot of my collectibles when it was kind of half and half. A lot of my collection I did buy in the very early days, so I was fortunate. But on the other hand, I spent a good amount of money on a lot of these collectibles, like the Marceline, the what is it called? I always forget the name of this one. The other one in the Adventure Time, the ultra rare, the unicorn thing. What is the name? I keep forgetting it. The other ultra rare in the Adventure Time, other than Marceline, I spent like $750 on both of those, and then they dipped all the way down to like 300, and so I just held the whole time. Now they're up, but you'll get there. If you want to look at my collection in the early days, go on YouTube and go to my VeVe playlist and scroll all the way down. And I posted my first showroom ever, like early March. There's probably about 7 collectibles in there. So, man, I'm so happy about that. All right, let me see if the market's open. Nope. Market's still closed. So, probably open a little bit. What was I going to look at? Oh, I was going to see if see if I had a time on Edu. So now it's just changed to coming soon. So I'm not sure on all the ones that have the VeVe covers. I just know that the very first one is that Fantastic Four number 13. The rare and the ultra rare covers are exclusively made for VeVe only. And that's the first one ever that's happened for in the comic books. So I had to get the ultra rare. I did have the rare, but yeah, Brendan, I think it just means that you got your market restricted. No, I'm kidding, because it's the same thing happened for me. So the market's just down for a little bit longer than 30 minutes. Probably be up in an hour, but I agree. And they have said too that there's going to be more. There's like in the future, there's going to be more comic books that are exclusively made the covers just for VeVe. So I think that's pretty cool in general. But the real money one, I think, is the first time that's ever happened, right? I agree. And I think it's just because it's the first one, right? That's exclusive with VeVe. He's coming to town just to talk an evening with Gary V. That's awesome. I hope he talks about NFTs. He opened up the first NFT restaurant in New York. So I'm wondering if he's going to talk more about that. Sometimes it takes a while to get delivered. Like I found that right away, almost right away. Usually it can take up to 2 hours, man. So don't feel like you're not going to get one. If it says pending order, you are going to get one. Sometimes it can take, a few hours to deliver. Before, on the live streams, it took like 2 or 3 hours for it to deliver to me. And I was trying to stay on the live stream for like hours just to show people what I got. But eventually I stopped waiting and now it gets delivered to me pretty quick. So shout out to VeVe if they were watching. They did that on purpose. I'm Common Gang once again. I mean, the common ones are pretty cool. One of them, I think I might like the common a little bit more better than the uncommon, honestly. Let me check them out real quick. No, so I actually like the uncommon a little bit more than the common, just because of the way it's like cut off. Got both delivered already, Brendan. Mine is still not delivered yet. I figured since I got it quick, it'd be something good. Yeah, it's interesting, right? Sometimes it all depends. Sometimes you could wait till the end and you're like, wow, it's going to be secret rare. And then you just get hit with another common. Or it could be vice versa. Like maybe in the very beginning, you get something quick. So you think it's a common, but like happened to me, I got a rare. So, oh, this is, I think, Ryan, you definitely have the vision for this, where this is going. This is all going to happen, I believe. I believe where we're at right now with this whole technology and this whole space is kind of like late 1990s, right? When cell phones, they were bricks, right? Huge cell phones with antennas. And if you told someone back then, you're going to carry that cell phone around with you all day, every day in your pocket and use it 24/7, you would get looked at like you were crazy. That's kind of where I'm seeing AR glasses. I think AR glasses will be something that everybody wears every day, all day. And people are looking at me like I'm crazy because they're visioning the big, bulky, huge AR glasses that they have now. I'm thinking that they're going to be turned into something sleek, just the way cell phones turn into iPhone. The AR bulky glasses are going to be just like these. These will be AR glasses one day. And I'm going to put them on and walk around outside and see what kind of digital assets people own. It's going to be, jewelry, it's going to be clothing, it's going to be collectibles. Also, it's going to be real life use cases as well as entertainment, I think. There's going to be educational aspects to it, to where, say, you're learning Spanish in school, put these on, teachers talking in Spanish, and you're seeing either you're hearing English or you're hearing the Spanish, I'm sorry, but seeing English captions underneath in augmented reality. That way you can, in live time, read the captions in English, but hear the Spanish speaking. So I think there's going to be educational aspects to it, as well as people who, like, if you're handicapped and you couldn't hear well. And so not only translations, but people who are deaf, who may be hard at hearing. If I couldn't hear someone talking in the real world, I could go up to them, have a conversation now. They could talk. I wouldn't be able to hear them, but the captions would come up in augmented reality right under them. So I think this space is just starting. I really do. And so the VeVe app is like the very beginning of all this, I think. What are you? Are you gonna go for the Gronk NFT today? I may go for it. I mean, I don't really have much money right now, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. But Gronk's gonna be a big one, right? Gronk is huge character. We saw Tiger Woods drop one there. I can't wait until we see these NFL players, Tiger Woods, all these guys drop on the VeVe app in like a 3D collectible. That's what I'm really gonna get pumped up. Yeah, I hope Edu drops. Don't know when. Does Peter Parker die in this comic? I'm not sure if he actually dies, but it says like he gets felt down. So like he can't, you know, he gets hit with bullets, and I guess he technically dies, or he can't keep going. Gets blasted. Yes, right. Yeah, he gets blasted. Like you can't recover. Gary V is on Thursday night. Okay, cool. Peter Parker cut Smith. Lady Rainicorn, that's it. That's it, Paz. Yeah. So I bought them at like 700, 750. And then they dipped all the way down to like 250, 300. I was like, dang. I didn't have the gems to buy another one. I wish I did. But yes, sir. Got you. Part of the common gang today. Okay. I may have to get a comment too. I like trying to get a comment of each. That's a good question. I think if it's under 2 to 3,000, I think it's a steal. Even at 3,000, I think it's a good investment. Not financial advice, just my opinion. But I think, you know, some of these secret rares I think are being slept on right now. Like the Thanos one was $1,000, so I think that's steal. But this is gonna be a big character, so I'm interested to see what it comes out with right away. Do you think VeVe will have in-house manufacturing for AR? You're asking a lot of good questions, right? Oh, this is real talk. This is real talk. Okay. Um, let's see. I don't know really if I understand the question. Like, what do you mean in-house manufacturing for AR? I'm not sure if I understand that completely. That's awesome. The captions in English in classes. Wow, awesome. I exactly, man. This is where my mind's all been racing from, right? This is from the very beginning of March. When I saw this, my mind started just racing with ideas of how this could. There's gonna be like real life use cases. There's gonna be like educational purposes, like, and then there's gonna be entertainment, and we're kind of in like the entertainment sector right now. But you don't think VeVe or you don't think Akomi is thinking about how to get this integrated in all the school systems? I would love to be a huge part of Akomi's future of like educating not only the kids, but educating the school systems, educating the teachers of how this is going to help generations of kids just be able to learn and be part of society. A lot of times, you know, they don't feel part of society if they have a disability or something like that. Maybe you're hard of hearing and you can't really understand, so you feel like you don't want to participate in a lot of things. But this is going to change the entire world, I really believe. AR glasses and Akomi, they're going to change the entire world and how this entire sector functions. So that's why I've been just so bullish, because right now we're just seeing, boom, the very beginning of this whole entire evolution take off. And think about schools, right? I was a teacher, so I got my degree in education and teaching, and I saw how in the classrooms it's all about how can you incorporate technology. That was like a huge part of it. How can you incorporate the normal thing was, oh, put a PowerPoint. Oh, that was like the technology at the time. Oh, I'm going to make a PowerPoint, and everybody just reads off the PowerPoint. This is taken to a whole new level. Also, books. Think of how college textbooks are right now. I got to a point where in college, I stopped buying the textbooks. I didn't have the money. I'll never forget this moment. Sorry to go off a random tangent, but I think it could help people too to think about where this whole space is going to go. I got to the Barnes and Noble at the time and had like 3 textbooks I had to buy for the upcoming semester. She rang one up, rang another one up. It was probably like $400, and the third one, it came to like $900 and some dollars. I was like, what? I don't have $1,000 right now to spend on 3 or 4 books. Like, what is happening? And then the next semester, I just didn't buy books that semester. And so the next semester would come and you'd have to buy them again. And like, so that's all going to change, I believe. What's going to happen, I believe, books are going to become NFTs. And that way they can become cheap retail. Kids are going to be able to buy them. Students are going to be able to buy them, afford them, and actually participate and buy them, unlike I did towards the end. And then the writers, the authors who, you know, write these books, which is a lot of time the professors, they'll be able to make a royalty on them forever. So now you won't have to, you know, come out of pocket and spend $1,000 for this one textbook or for these 2 or 3 textbooks. You know, you're gonna be able to buy them for a cheap cost, and then that professor who wrote the books is gonna be able to make a royalty off them. So I think NFTs are just beginning. And I think premium licensed digital collectible NFTs are going to be the standard. It's going to be the mainstream. It's going to be mecca. It's going to be so macro to where it's going to blow people out of the water right now. Did he have any success? Did he have any luck? Wow, let's go, Kelvin. You got a rare with your boy. Yeah, they're almost the same, but they're different. Noah said, Johnny Dunn, when do you think the pay system is online so you can cash out? I think that's coming, quote unquote, soon. I think, just a couple more weeks, a few more weeks, and we're going to be able to withdraw gems to US dollars. I think it's going to happen sooner than people think. I think within a week or two. But, don't hold me to it. Maybe things get delayed and it's another 3 to 4 weeks, but I think coming soon. And I think that's not going to, I don't think that's going to sink the market too much. I think that what that's going to do is boost the market. Majority of the people right now are thinking it's going to, have a little dip before it takes off. And maybe that's true, maybe a little dip, but I see this as being now a safe investment for all the people that had millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars on the sidelines thinking, I'm not putting my money into something I can't cash out for God knows when. But we all in the VeVe community had trust, belief. We're in every AMA. We trust the team. And the time's finally coming soon. So I think it's going to turn what was a risky investment to a lot of people into a safe, sound investment because they can finally pull their money out, Also, can you imagine having a shelf collectible? You can then turn it into a free roaming collectible in your house. And it recognizes your presence like BOGO on Oculus 2. It's pretty neat. Wow. See, I'm not familiar with Oculus yet. I don't have one. I've used one a little bit ago. I would say a long time ago, like 3 years ago. One of my buddies had like the first VR headsets. I don't even know if it was an Oculus at the time. But I remember sitting down here and I put it on and I was at the Fenway Ballpark baseball stadium, right? I was like, whoa, this is amazing. I'm like spinning around with the goggles on. I was like, this is insane. I'm in the batter's box right now at Fenway. And then I'm looking and David Price, the pitcher's like pitching me live pitches. And I'm like, this is revolutionary. Like right now I'm in the batter's box, like waiting to hit a baseball. And I'm not really there, but David Price is literally pitching me the ball. And so my mind started racing back then, like, oh, this is going to be game changing, right? So many different use cases. Then I start imagining like, okay, so pro sports teams, this is how college teams are going to practice because you can face live pitchers versus anyone in the world, but just virtually. And when I took those goggles off back then, it took me a couple minutes to adjust to real life. So it shows you how immersive this whole space can be. Brendan said Edu in 1 minute. I'm gonna check right now, even though I know it's not true. I do think it's gonna be happening soon. Like I don't know when. Yeah, it says drop date to be announced. It says coming soon. I think towards the end of season 1, maybe the beginning of season 2. I mean, I'm sorry, the end of season 2, the beginning of season 3. I don't know when it's gonna drop. I think Alex put out a statement that they've had to do a lot of confirmations with the Japanese licensing, and it's coming. It's coming. Like a Pokemon, you raise from infancy in your house and feed and name, play them, and it roams in your house. So cool for people who don't want real animals. Wow, I didn't realize they had that. That's amazing, actually. I could definitely see so many things like that with VeVe. We talked about how Frank Kozik and the Labbits, they may be able to breed one day. So imagine having your Labbits, right? Like walking around your house. They could be one of the first breedable pets. I think also maybe Tokidoki Unicornos will be able to do the same. Just because Tokidoki has an amazing first relationship with VeVe. So Juicebox says I need that secret rare. Energy says good vibes. Good vibes always, man. Good vibes. So Mark Cuban saying the same thing. Is that about the AR glasses? I'm sure he's all over. I want to speak to Mark Cuban because I feel like someone like him would be able to see my ideas, hear my ideas, and really start to be able to put them into motion somehow. Like he would have the resources, the connections to really start like getting this to happen, basically. And the universities won't have to worry about books being returned at all because the smart contracts will just return the books automatically at the end of the term. Exactly. That's a huge thing. Students are paying fees, the books late. It's literally like Blockbuster turned into Netflix all over again, but just digitally in the college world. It's going to happen in so many different industries. The music industry is going to be the biggest disruption. They're not ready for it because they have too many right now. Billion, probably almost $1 trillion companies at this point, record labels. And you think the record labels want to relinquish that kind of power, that kind of money to have no more middlemen? You don't need the record label anymore, making billions of dollars off the starving artists. That is one industry to where it may take a little bit of time just because of the power that's involved in there. But shout out to artists who are independent now, like Tory Lanez just changed the whole game. Think about this, right? Tory Lanez is one of the first rappers in the mainstream world to start releasing music and NFTs, and did it so successfully that it woke up the hip hop industry. He sold one album, right? 1 million copies for $1. They sold out in a minute, and he made $1 million in 1 minute. And there is no middleman, just money goes straight to him. And so that just changed the entire game, woke up the entire hip hop industry, because there's rappers out there signed to record labels for less than $1 million for their whole career. And Tory Lanez just showed us possible to make $1 million in 1 minute. Wow, energy's balling. You got 9K gems. Yeah, if you can do that, man. Definitely. Do you think collectibles will go up or down with MTL? I think that collectibles will go off the charts with MTL. Nice communication system on VeVe, and trading back and forth on the app would be a delight. And I think that's coming soon too. So I know for a fact that being able to trade on the app is going to happen soon, because they don't want people to keep trying to trade off the app. They don't recommend that, right? I don't recommend that because you're having to trust a stranger on the internet, and those two things don't usually go together well. So I would bet, and actually they've said before that trading is going to come to the app, and then the communications part, I would bet that they're going to make the VeVe app, the social media aspect app, almost just like a Twitter and Instagram combined, to where we're going to be able to have spaces, we're going to be able to have interviews on the VeVe app somehow, I believe, one day. It's hard to time it, man. I mean, to time it perfectly, it's impossible to do. You just get lucky if you time it perfectly. But it's one of those things where I think people are going to sell a little bit to, oh, market's open. Let's go. I'm going to take a look for y'all. Unless he's kidding with me. Sometimes people like to make me look. Oh, it's open. Let's go. All right. So we got the common, $8. Well, that seems like a steal. I'm going to try to buy one real quick. Nope. Floor is swept. Okay, it's getting a lot more expensive. $11. Tried buying one. Unable to reserve. So when this happens, just scroll down and buy a little bit more expensive one. Oh, that's not working either. I think I gave my tip out to too many people. Yeah, I'm unable to reserve one even when I'm scrolling down. It's just too many people trying the same thing. Yeah, I can't buy one. That's unfortunate. Well, the floor price is really cheap right now in the comments. If you can buy one, I suggest you may want to take a look. The uncommons are $24. The rare, $100. Okay, the rare is gonna. Could the rare flip the ultra rare? The ultra rare is $359, and the secret rare is $2K. So I think there's some really undervalued ones right here. I'm not able to buy anything. I'm gonna close the app and try again. Comics. Oh, I got one finally. $14. Go uncommon. I kind of like the uncommons a lot. But I'm okay with just the common and the rare. Yeah, I mean, having gems on the side in your account is never a bad thing, right? Because there's always going to be opportunities. And a lot of times what happens is there's an opportunity in the market, but you don't have the gems in time. So having, a rack of gems, that's never a bad idea. Yeah, Ryan K. Oh my gosh. You're going to see a lot of secret rares. So right now is a sniping opportunity time because you're going to see new people. If you're new, do not use decimal points when you're listing collectibles or comics. Do not use decimal points. If you want to list something for $2,500, do not list it for 2.5. You're going to end up listing it for $2.50. So let me repeat. If you're new and you're listing a comic or a collectible for $2,500, write out 2500. Have to write it out. The only thing that sounds shady about VeVe when I tell people about it is that they can't pull their money out. Once that's not a thing anymore, there's no stopping VeVe. Exactly. Ivy, you just hit the nail on the head, right? There's a lot of FUD right now about, there's going to be a crash when the MTL happens and we can cash out. It just makes me laugh. It's like, what is next? What's the next round of FUD? Are people going to say these aren't real NFTs again? Like, we've been waiting since March for just the ability to withdraw your gems. Not even because we want to, right? Like, I'm not going to withdraw anything, but I want that option there for exactly what you just said. When you try to tell people about VeVe, you then have to tell them, okay, now study the team, research the team. So then it builds trust and gets them confident that one day we'll be able to withdraw the gems. So the fact that we're going to be able to withdraw these gems soon is what I think is going to be a huge catalyst for the Gary V's, the Logan Pauls to say, go check out VeVe. You can buy licensed NFTs and you can withdraw whenever you want. And they're on Ethereum. So I think they're waiting for the Immutable X transfer and being able to withdraw for this whole entire, storm to really take the whole world, because it's going to be a huge tidal wave hitting the whole world once VeVe's announced and these influencers really pump it. Like, I got one rare today. Let's go. Everyone's getting the rare. That's awesome. I was watching English dude play poker on Twitch the other day, and he won 25K. He wrote it as 25 dot. Yeah. See, it's tough because a lot of people do that, but and then other people see that and think, okay, 25 dot, and it's like, no, just don't put decimal points in there. There should be like Dan stated how they don't want too much barrier for listing stuff, and they have a double confirmation already, but maybe just like a note saying, do not list a decimal for the comma or something, just something like that. Yeah, Thor will be a huge one. T-Bone just said Thor. I think he's talking about what kind of character will be a big catalyst for VeVe. I think the rare was 100. Oh, okay. It's 110 right now. It almost makes me want to get a second one to sell later. If it dips, like you just said, if it dips to 100, I'll buy a second. But like right now, I'm okay. Oh, wow. Appreciate that big time. Appreciate that, Chadley. First time seeing your YouTube pop up. You're a legend, sir. How do we secure lower mint numbers? Do you mean on the drops? Like, how do you secure low mints on drops? Now, the drops are all random when they distribute the low mint number or just the mint numbers. Before, in the early days, it was first come, first serve. You're able to get that low mint. But now it's just all random. Now, my tip for the market buying, because right after a drop, these comics obviously pop up in the secondary market and people want to buy the floor. But what's happening now is it's impossible to buy the floor when they drop. So my strategy is, like, these comic books just dropped, right? The Miles Morales. I went in the store, tried buying a comic off the floor, wasn't working. So I had to scroll down, even though the floor was like $11. I scrolled down to like a $14 one, bought that one. So that's been my strategy. And you can kind of scroll down when you're doing that and search for a mint number there. Because a lot of times the new users, they'll just sell low mint, not realizing the importance of a low mint. So that's kind of been my strategy. You can kind of snipe low mints that way too. So just all different ways you can kind of, work the marketplace. Did VeVe just announce Thor? Is that why? Oh, okay. This is cool. I'm gonna go post this. Oh man, Thor. I may have for the Thor drop. I may have to let my hair go down for that one. I'm gonna post a post on YouTube while I'm streaming on YouTube. How strange is that? They just need to drop gem sense. Only hold gems. I actually don't mind that idea, right? I was kind of iffy on that. Like I kind of like being able to do the sense, but I completely understand if they get rid of sense completely because one gem equals $1, right? So it just makes sense to just have everything equal. Only holds gems. I agree. I like the uncommon a little bit better. Ooh, that's big time right there. That's a big hold. Yeah, 2K. Yeah, minimum pass. Don't let that go. Yeah, I agree. And also I think a lot of people are just dumping for the next thing, right? The next comic, etc. Paz, you're funny, brother. Brendan said, when you click on the floor price of an uncommon, it brings you to the floor of the common. Lots of noobs probably see that floor and list it for what? Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, maybe that's it. Wow, yeah, super limited edition. I put the link, I think, was it the link to the Twitter? Oh, okay, yeah. It was a link to the Twitter. Cool. Yeah, super limited edition. So we maybe it's just as limited run as the Kang comic book, maybe a little bit more limited. We don't know. A lot of people are selling because soon gems equal real money. Yeah, but here's the thing: when people do that, they're gonna have a whole new wave of people buying the cheap collectibles, cheap comics, etc. So people may, be selling for the cash out, but I think that's gonna be potentially a mistake. But who knows? It could be the right thing. Only 10K on Thor. Wow. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a super limited drop. It's gonna be one of those to where even if you get a common Thor, it could be $100 minimum. That's a steal, Josh. Question to you: comic or collectible? Me, I'm a much bigger fan of the collectibles. I love the collectibles. I do have a pretty decent comic collection. It's building up pretty nicely, but I'm a much more fan of the collectibles. Even when we're able to use these comics in like AR, I mean, we can use them in AR right now, but in our showrooms, I think they're gonna look pretty cool as like posters on the wall and everything like that. But for me, I'm a huge fan of the 3D collectibles. Big fan of the collectibles. When's Thor drop? I believe soon. Thursday, October 14th, 8 a.m. PT. So this Thursday, in 2 days, 11 a.m. Yo, December's back. Let's go. Nice. You got a common. Cool. I like the commons. I like the uncommon a little bit more because you can see like the whole image. But never know what that other one could be. Wishing you the best of luck. Wishing you the best of luck. I'm just happy I was able to get the rare. That was unbelievable. Let me go through the market real quick, tell you guys the updated prices. You got the common selling for 11 is the floor, but it goes right to 14, 15. I think the common's definitely going to go up. Then we have the uncommon. The floor price is 28, then it goes right to 32. Then we have the rare. It's going up 117. Then goes right to 120. Then we have, where's the ultra rare? Then we have the ultra rare, 330. But then it goes to 331, 335, 340. So going up there pretty good. Going up there. Then the secret rare, 1.6K. I mean, that feels like a steal. Now, I could see it dipping kind of like how the Thanos did, maybe to 1.1. But I think people are going to be buying up this Miles Morales secret rare big time. Because this is a legendary character. Yeah, that's definitely futuristic. Someone booted me out again of the stream. I thought you stopped streaming. Nope, not yet, not yet. I don't think you can boot people out. I don't think you can. You don't think that looks like the actual Thor? Oh, that's a good point. It may be some kind of different Thor. I'm not positive. Yep, 1 year anniversary coming up. I think they're going to do something big for the Todds. You know, a lot of people in the early days, I think even just a few months ago, we were all speculating because we found a lot of us were getting into the physical collectibles of the physical Todd, as you see. And a lot of people start finding out that they made an exclusive variant, you know, limited edition baby blue version. So a lot of people got that collectible Todd. And we've been kind of putting the clues together, like maybe they do something special to where you have access to all the Todd holders have access to a limited drop of that baby blue one. And shout out to Dan Schauble because he just put that out there on the VeVe app. I think I saw it last night. He says he predicted the same thing. And so it's just cool to see like new people coming in having those same predictions because you never know what could happen, right? Is the uncommon hodler a flip? I think the price is just too low to flip. Like, what are you going to make? $25? Maybe that is 25 extra gems right there. And that could help. But I think the uncommon Miles Morales, in 3 to 4 months from now, if you're able to hold, I think it would be big time. VR landlord, let's go. Shout out to Crypto Khaki, man, the Godfather. I just got an update from the Yahoo Influencer Fantasy Football League. It says, congratulations, you beat. I deserve that loss. Man, that's hilarious. He changed his name. Man, I can't believe I lost in the community league, though, man. Pretty upset about that. Mark Andrews, he won me basically. I mean, I was probably going to win anyway, but he's sealed the deal for me in that influencer league. And then I end up losing in the community league to solemnly swear, man, you got me big. I did not think I was going to lose, but you got me. So I think I'm 3-2 in that league now. And I think I'm in second place, maybe third place in the influencer league. I'm right in the neck of the woods of the community league. Not in first yet, but we're making a run. So yeah, this is a super limited edition with Thor. I think it's probably going to be around 10K as well. Let me see if anybody tagged me. I'll try to retweet them. So I told people to. If you got something on the drop, let me know. Tag me, post a picture of it, give you a retweet. Okay, so this is a tweet from McCombie. The first appearance of Beta Ray Bill, Marvel's Thor number 337 drops Thursday, October 14th at 8 a.m. PT. This super limited edition digital comic includes VeVe exclusive rare and ultra rare covers. So this is going to be big. This is also another exclusive VeVe cover drop with the rare and ultra rare. So again, we have exclusive covers just for VeVe. And that's why I think the first ever exclusive covers that they drop with that Fantastic Four drop are going to be big time. Because we're going to see exclusive covers come from Marvel Comics, a lot. Which again, the Marvel Mighties is, I believe, the first exclusive IP on the collectible side for VeVe. And it's licensed by Marvel. That's why I think it's gonna be big time. Juicebox said still yet to receive mine. You should be getting this soon. Are you talking about the comic books that just dropped? Sometimes they take, a couple hours to deliver. Luckily, mine delivered pretty quick. In the beginning, it used to take a while. So it looks like the common Spider-Mans are dropping a little bit. $8. Uncommon is going up $32. So it looks like people are not feeling the common and they're liking the uncommon. Which again, I kind of understand just because you see the full head and everything of the uncommon. Now let's go to my favorite, the rare. 124. So that's just going up and up and up. I think people really like that cover. It's gonna pop in the showroom. Also, especially making all these posters, the floor, the ceiling, etc. The all red floor. I think this would be amazing. Let's see. What's the ultra rare going for? Ultra rare, I think dipped a little bit, 322. And then we got the secret rare. Let's see. Secret rare is 1.8K, so it is going back up. Exclusive covers is huge. I agree. Big time. Big time. December says the comment looks weird. I think it's just different, right? Because it's the first time where the comments the heads just kind of cut off a little bit from the title. So I think that is going to push the value to the uncommon. Man, I'm glad I got that rare. I wish I had two of them. Dang it. I don't want to spend the gems for it though. I kind of want to buy the uncommon. Well, one just got listed for $14. Was unable to buy it. Wow. What's going on? Taj, is timing it better than spam tapping the buy button? In my opinion, absolutely. In my opinion, that's the way I've only done it. Or I'm sorry, that's the only way I've done it. In my opinion, I think it's the absolute best way to do it. A lot of people have had success, spamming mashing the buy button. But to me, there's a couple of reasons why I don't do that. One, I just feel like it's not right to do that. Like I feel like eventually VeVe is going to fix that problem if they haven't already, or it's just not I feel like a good look really to do that. But also, I think it's just a better way to do it when you time it. I mean, you're taking a chance of not really doing it the right time, maybe getting suspicious activity or whatever, spamming it. I've had great luck just timing it. Now, everybody's timing isn't amazing, rhythm, etc. People said I've always made music offbeat. So maybe being offbeat just a little bit is like perfect timing for this. I don't know, but I think the timing mechanism definitely is the way to go. Comic rares or bargain price. Wow, I think that's a steal, man. Let me check out what they are real quick. So the first ever exclusive comic book cover for VeVe from Marvel, there was an ultra rare and a rare from the Fantastic Four. I'm trying to find the prices right now for them. Because the black and white version, I believe, is the rare. And the last time I checked, before this drop happened, it was selling for like $115. Trying to find it right now. I had to buy the rare and the ultra rare. Ultra rare is the one I just purchased recently. I think I bought it for like $420, and I believe it's like $450 right now. So the rare, there's only 187 of these in the market right now, and it's only for $107, which I'm debating on buying another one right now. I might buy another one right now, but that's the rare, $107. And now we're going to go to the ultra rare, the other exclusive, the first exclusive comic book cover for VeVe from Marvel. think in the future people are going to really realize the importance of this. All right, market is going crazy. Had to restart the app real quick. Trying to find the Fantastic Four ultra rare. So the rare is $107. I'm really thinking about buying that because I have one, but I just want to have a duplicate. That's one thing that David has talked about. If you're new, try to afford. I mean, obviously, everybody has their own budget, but if you can afford duplicates, that's going to help you in the long run because you're going to be able to hold on to that collectible or comic that you really like. And then as the value goes up, you see the appreciation go up. You're able to sell off your duplicate, maybe make your money back so you have that free comic, or you're able to have some spare gems now for future drops and still hold on to that one. So I actually dipped a little bit, 390, and then it goes up to 430. The first ever VeVe exclusive, and it's a Comic-Con exclusive. So I think that's big. I had to buy one. 390 feels like an absolute steal right now. Thank you. I've had 2 out of 5 wins spam tapping, but if you tap too fast, it doesn't register, which is annoying. Exactly. See, you're almost playing a game against like their AI to see if you're suspicious activity or not. And I don't want to play that game. Like I've kept my, reputation A1 100. I don't want to have any kind of mishaps, etc. So I've been just staying clear of that. But again, I don't think technically it's illegal. It's just kind of frowned upon right now. But I mean, if you have success doing it and it's not technically illegal, I just think it's better bet to try to time it. 3, 2, 1, 0, then click. And now the buy now button pops up after the timer. So like today, I don't even think the timing really mattered that much because the buy now wasn't already out there. Because before the buy now button would show up next to the timer. So you would have to time it perfectly. And the buy now was only able to be purchased after that full second of 0 showing. So now what they did was have that buy now button pop up after a second's disappearing. So you can do it reaction wise, like don't even worry about the timing. Just as soon as you see buy now pop up, press it. But that timing kind of gives you that like rhythm to be ready to press it. Yep. So it's $6.99 for the retail blind box. So that's what you paid, $7, and you got that the common comic book. But the floor price in the secondary market is, I think, about $8 right now. So it's only $1 more. And a lot of times, for example, I'm not going to tell you whether to buy it or not, but I'm going to tell you what's happened in the past. The Marvel Comics #1, same thing happened. $7 blind box, I think. People were reselling them for less than retail, $4. And now the price is $50. So you can take that information and do what you want with it. But that's what's happened in the past. Ryan, I think you made yourself a wise decision. I could see that. The thing about it is, like, ready? The difference in edition size from the uncommon, rare, and the ultra rare and secret rares compared to the commons, such a drastic change. So I think just having any of these variant covers from uncommon, rare, ultra rare to secret rare, I think are going to be big money. How do you guys change your gems? Oh, how do you guys charge your gems? Only app? Not sure what you mean by charge your gems. You mean like how do I get gems? Either buy them or like buy the gems so the account get more gems, or trade some collectibles to be able to get some extra gems. Or I'm sorry, sell some collectibles in the market to get some extra gems. In my opinion, will the VeVe marketplace rival OpenSea's? I mean, it could go either way. This is my opinion. I believe, well, Immutable X is going to be the second layer solution on OpenSea. It's basically it's a third party platform that's on OpenSea that allows buying and selling NFTs gasless. And so VeVe NFTs are going to be on that Immutable X third-party platform on OpenSea. But in order to use the augmented reality, to build your showrooms, to use the social media feed, you have to use the VeVe app. So in my head, I think a lot of these people that are spending millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars on random NFT projects that don't have any kind of IP or brand behind it, they're just rare, are going to start funneling that money into premium licensed digital assets, which VeVe has a ton of. So I think, people who may be buying it in Ethereum, on OpenSea, the VeVe NFTs on Immutable X, I think they're all going to start to realize how game-changing and revolutionary this VeVe app is. And they're going to start going on to the VeVe app after they start buying these licensed NFTs. Because the value of owning something that came from $1 billion IP brand like Marvel has never really happened before in digital format. So this is the first time you're able to own and show ownership, show proof of ownership of something digital from major $1 billion IPs. Like, this is so game changing. It's unbelievable. All right, so Taj said, I hope they ban the Nox player emulator soon. It's really easy to set up macros as well. Bots your own sneaker reselling. See, I'm not even familiar with Nox means, but I guess it's just a different kind of emulator. I think they're going to ban. What I think is going to happen, they're going to permanently ban. They have the ability to ban anybody who they want, really. Anyone who's not using the rules the right way. I think they're investigating, and they're going to permanently ban the people who are cheating. I mean, that's what it's going to come down to. Like, and then those people are going to say it's unfair, like, because they got caught. And so I think they will take care of it. I do. That by now has always been only with the comics. They should do it for everything. Really? See, I feel like even with the comics, they changed it to where the buy now was up next to it. Maybe it is just for the comics, but interesting. Dunn, do you think side-by-side mints matter or not really? I have Marvel Comics #1. Where's side-by-side mints? Oh, okay, so like 1435 and 1434. I do think they matter. They don't matter much right now. I think they're sequential numbers, basically, is what I call them. So I think in the future, once, mainstream hits VeVe, everybody starts to understand VeVe, everybody starts to then understand these mint numbers matter. That's when you're going to see those kind of mints really come into play, because think of how hard it is to get a sequential mint number, right? Especially with random mints now. Back in the day, early March, April, May, you were able to get almost any mint you wanted by how quick you were. So when there weren't many people, like users on the app, you were able to buy, I bought Joe M. Batman's retail in stock. I just said buy now, buy now, buy now. And I did. I got a couple sequential numbers just because there wasn't hundreds of thousands of people trying to buy it once. So I think stuff like that will come into play. You just have to hold on to it. Real Talk said, what's your opinion on TV? I do like licensed IPs, but I think VeVe is just game changing, right? VeVe makes the app so simple to use for everybody. I think there will be, just like how there's Instagram, there's Twitter, there's Snapchat, there's Facebook, there was Vine, there's other quote unquote competition, right? Not so much that it takes away from one another, but it just gives you a different alternative, meaning same thing in everything. There's Nike, there's Adidas, there's Reebok, there's K-Swiss, right? But there's a Mecca, there's the number one. And I see VeVe being the number one NFT platform in the entire world for decades. Not only just because of the IP, right? I think IP NFTs are going to be the standard. So that's why I do give, somewhat props to TV, just because they do have IP. But I think VeVe separates themselves from that completely, right? Because it's so easy to use the VeVe app. It's almost like Uber was so successful because it was kind of hard to, call a taxi, etc. But Uber made it to where the ease of access is for everybody. It's in your palm of your hand. You can, just Uber anywhere. It's easy. And that's why I think Dogecoin took off, because yeah, you had Elon talk about it, but it was on Robinhood. Robinhood gave the ease of access to everybody basically with a cell phone. And before that, so imagine, think of Omi right now, how it's on Bit4x, right? Pretty much only. If Dogecoin was only on Bit4x and you had Elon talk about it, yeah, I think you would see gains, but nothing like how you saw it go to $1. It's like the combination of everything, the ease of use, the major influencers. So I keep saying, like, once Omi gets on Coinbase, then you have the Gary V's, the Logan Pauls talk about it. It's on Ethereum. We can withdraw the gems. All these are going to happen in the macro at once. In the micro, no. You're going to see ups and downs. You're going to see things take time. But in the macro, right, you're going to see all these big catalysts come together. It's going to look like at the same time in the macro. And that's when I think, Omi just go through the roof. Because it's like, yeah, you have some people talk about it now, BitBoy, but it's still hard to get. That ease of use has stopped so many people. So the VeVe app with these NFTs is the same way, right? Someone who wants to get an NFTs, they have to download MetaMask. They have to, learn how to connect it to the OpenSea, all this kind of stuff that, yeah, it's easy for us now who are into that space. But for the average person walking down the street, tell them to go download a MetaMask and figure all that out, right? Or you could just tell them to download the VeVe app and they just make an account real quick and boom, gasless, buying your favorite NFTs from these major IP brands. Like, that ease of use is just completely different. So, like, I think maybe there's going to be other platforms that survive, right? But I think VeVe is just going to be king. Also, the team behind VeVe, right? David Yu, they're physical collectors. They're some of the biggest physical collectors in the world, David and Dan. This isn't like a random project where, a random platform, people just with money came in and they just started something up. Like, these are real collectors building a collecting app. Predict what day Edu will drop. Man, I can't predict that. I can't predict it. I don't even want to give it time because it's just going to have people locked in on that date. And then if it doesn't happen, people are going to get upset. But the famous words, soon. No, I missed it, man. I believe that's going to be huge. I'm not able to get it. The Edu trolls are active today. Shout out to VeVe Vault, man. You're hilarious, bro. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Yeah, the fees are huge. The fees are big, but I think that's going to get taken care of eventually. That's the gas fees we pay. I mean, it's a good example. It's a good analogy. December says, I think I need to sleep. Can't wait for the comic to be delivered. Just, go to sleep, have a good dream about getting that secret rare finally, and you may wake up just pretty happy about it. Let me go over the prices real quick. All right, so we got the common. Common's back up at $14 right now. So that's what happens, right? We saw it go down to like $8. People are like, why is it low? I don't know if I want to buy it. But that's the opportunity point. Good night, December. Because right now it's already up at almost $15. Now we have the uncommon. It says the floor is 20, but it goes right up to 33. Got a feeling that's going to get taken. Yep, that just got sold. Then we have the rare. The rare is going up, 130 now. The ultra rare, 275. So it dipped a little bit. Ultra rare. That kind of looks like a good price to buy. 275 for the ultra rare, then it goes right to 320. And the secret rare, 2.1K. Yeah, so already over 2K. We saw it dip all the way down to 7K was the lowest. Maybe 1.6K I saw it at. So shout out to anybody who was able to grab one of those. 275 must have. Yeah, hurry up and snag that. You better hurry. You better hurry, Vault. People are going for it. People are going for it heavy right now. Let me see if it's already taken. People are just, throwing away the ultra rares. Taken. Yep, somebody bought it. 319 right now. Let me know if anybody was able to snag it in the stream. Edu is a myth. You guys are hilarious, man. Yeah. You better let me know who got the ultra rare. If it was Real Talk or if it was VeVe Vault. Let me know who raced to and got it. That's great, man. If I had the gems, I would have snagged it right away. I was like, wow, 275. This seems like a steal. Yeah, 318 right now. See, a lot of times what happens is with these prices right away, you have new people coming on looking for a drop just to get the extra gems. Maybe they only have like $20 they could put in for the comic book. So they put their $20 in and they got the ultra rare. That to them, like they weren't buying this for the ultra rare to keep. A lot of us who've been here, we're looking for these to keep sometimes, but maybe a new user's just coming on and they want to find out how I'm going to get 300 gems. They put $15 in, get a blind box, and now they have 300 gems, right? So Real Talk said I tried. Or too late. Paz said he tried. Jose says, I won't be surprised if Rare gets to price Ultras at now. I said it right away, man. I said, could the Rare flip the Ultra Rare on this one? Because the Rare looks amazing. It made me mad. It's at 134 now, the Rare. Do I buy it? Do I buy a second Rare? I may, look back at this and say, why didn't I buy a second one for 135? I mean, I know the reason why, because I only have like 250 gems right now. I did it. I bought a second one. I don't even care if it dips. I had to buy it. If it dips again, or if it dips, I'll buy a third. I had to buy the rare second one, man. I paid probably $20 more than I wanted to because I saw it at 110. Thought maybe if it dipped, but I bought it at 130. It's just one of those comic books that I think are going to look amazing in the showroom. Vault said he was too slow, but he's going to sit on the page and wait. It's probably a good idea. Oh, nice, man. Good steal, Anthony. Okay, yeah. VeVe Vault upped his game with the iPad. Did you? Vault, did you get an iPad for it? He says, yup. Nice. Nice, man. Nice. The rare is amazing. I agree. I got an uncommon. See, I like the uncommon more than common this time just because the uncommon shows like the whole cover art. And the common like cuts off the face. So dang, so none of the live stream, no one in the audience got the ultra rare. Dang it. They get sniped quick, man. That's the thing about them. 318 for the ultra rare. I could see maybe dips to like maybe 300. People want a quick flip, but anything in the twos, I think for the ultra rare is like a must have if you can afford it. Even 300. VeVe Vault, what's up? Yeah, VeVe Vault in the building. Man, good person in the community. I know there's a lot of drama and there's a lot of like back and forth with people opinions, but I think VeVe Vault, he means well for the community. Puts out, he's grinding too, so he puts out good information. Go follow VeVe Vault. And yo, VeVe Vault. You made me laugh so hard, man. When I was watching Randy's live stream and I saw the advertising in the back. It says go follow VeVe Vault on this fridge. Dude, I started laughing so hard when I saw that, man. You made me crack up big time, bro. Like, because the funniest thing is, it's actually good advertising because it's funny and it catches people. Oh, wow. Sorry about that. My nose is running. But it's funny because it catches people off guard, right? And Randy's a big time YouTuber, right? Randy's a big streamer, and so you're gonna get people to see that, and it's good advertising. I wish I could blow my nose right now for you guys, but I can't. It's so funny, man. That live stream, the advertisement. Because, you know, at the end of the day, like, you're just trying to grind and get your streams up and get the followers up. So I understand what you're doing. It's funny, too. Randy's billboards. And he's a millionaire, right? I mean, can't go wrong with that. I got to check out the last video, man. I didn't know you mentioned me. I got to check that out. There's so many steals right now in the market. Like, I think the problem is people just need gems, right? Let me go over it real quick one more time before I get off. So we got $12 floor on the common. If the commons, I'll tell you what, if the commons go under $10, I'm just going to go ham and spend all my gems and get all the commons. Uncommons, $30. The rare, 134, 135. I could see the rare being 200 for this one. So the ultra rare is falling a little bit, 300. Keep your eye on that. Might fall down below 200. Man, my nose is running right now. Secret rare, 1.9K. I think people want some gems. But I think a secret rare, I mean, 1.9 is definitely a fair price if you want to. I mean, if you lucked out, bought it for $7, want $2,000. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. But I think if you are, you know, into Spider-Man, into Miles Morales, and you think you can hold it for at least a month, couple months, I think at 1.5K is a steal. VeVe says 289 gems, hoping to buy the ultra rare. Yeah, I think you're gonna see one pop up like 279. I could see it just pouncing. Comics getting nuke. I mean, some maybe. I could see some maybe. Okay, so you're still see. That's the only unfortunate part is, you know, when it's still pending, you know, the market's open, so it's like you don't know which one you got. So I just FOMO bought a 4-digit rare. Solid, man, solid. Yeah, I think the rare is going to be a good one. If it dips back down to 100, I'm going to try to buy a third. Kelvin's a new person in the community, so I've been kind of helping him out, steer him in the right direction. He says VeVe team is genius. I see the collectibles for 30 gems, 60 gems, 100 gems, and I forget that one gem is $1. And then I remember that my bank account ran out of gems. Facts, man. And that's the thing, right? That's the whole psychology part that they thought about from the beginning. You know, what do we call these in-app dollars? And I'm sure there's a bunch of debates. I would love to hear. That's one question I would actually ask the team. What were some of the ideas that you guys had to call the dollars before you came up with gems? I would like to know that one. Because I want to know like what their brainstorming process was. I feel like Alfred Khan and Dave and Dan, you know, came up with that one. I think Alfred Khan came up with VeVe as well, or maybe Ecomi. I'm pretty sure he came up with the name. They were like brainstorming with a bunch of them, and they asked Al, and Al came up with it. Al's a genius, man. Al Khan also named Ash from Pokemon, Ash, I believe. Like, I would love to just sit down in a room and talk to those people for hours, man. I would just be asking them so many questions and probably not even talking much. I would just be a sponge, right? Just let them talk and just hear everything. Mountain said he's still waiting for a pending order. That's one thing I'm glad they kind of fixed for a lot of people. I think they want that anticipation to where it doesn't get delivered right away, but also to where you're not waiting like 4 hours. Alcon literally created Cabbage Patch Kids. Dude is a genius, man. Unbelievable. I agree. It'll blow it to the stratosphere. I so agree, man. That's the thing. Like, they're not, I think these are all kind of, they're testing the blind boxes, right? They're testing a lot of things because they're gearing up to take over the world. And soon, I don't know when, but VeVe is going to have millions of actual users, not just downloads. Oh, looks like VeVe was about to cop the ultra rare. Yeah, good call. And even at, let's see, a 280. Someone said it's at 280 right now. 276. So that's what I mean. It might be able to, it might keep dipping, but here's the part where you may run into trouble. Like, are you risking like $10, $20 to see if it dips to what could just take off and miss the boat? So, say if you bought it at 280 and there's one for 276, like you're playing it too close if you're waiting for like the perfect number. So I think you would do good if you bought it right at 280. I love VeVe. Yeah, me too, Brendan. Oh, so you did buy it. Cool, man. Yeah, you bought it for 280. Good deal. Good deal. Which catalyst for VeVe will be the biggest? That's gonna be tough. I mean, I think there's gonna be a bunch of catalysts. Honestly, I think a main one is gonna be the Master Collector Program details. I think that's gonna be a huge catalyst in the market booming. I think gems to, I think they're gonna release it at like sort of the same time, right? They're gonna put out the Master Collector Program details, enticing people or showing people the rewards for holding, and then they're gonna say you can cash out from gems to dollars now too. Like for knowing how genius VeVe is, that would make so much sense, right? People are worried about a dip when we can cash out, but I think they're gonna do it to where here's a Master Collector Program. You get rewarded every day. You hold on to these, hold on to this, hold on to that, and by the way, now you can withdraw from gems to US dollars. So it's gonna get people right in like a torn spot. Like, oh, you can cash out, but would you really want to cash out if you get rewarded for this, that, and like? So may see a dip, but also I think the transfer to ETH once Omi is on Ethereum, game changing. Immutable X, OpenSea, game changing. So I think there's a bunch of catalysts. Yep, I agree. Too many people are thinking like, let's just flip this NFT, right? Like they would normally do, but they forget this is a premium licensed digital asset. These aren't just regular NFTs. I know a lot of people like to make fun of, try to poke fun in the beginning when I was calling these premium licensed digital collectibles, premium licensed digital assets. But I think that people who are laughing just had short-term thinking. They didn't understand where this is going, that premium licensed digital assets are going to be the standard. Like 270 for ultra rare is nuts. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. But also leaving 6,000 Todd McFarlane Batmans in stock, in store for months, I think is nuts too. VeVe says Immutable is going to be a big game changer. I agree. Brendan says barbecue lays or flaming hot Cheetos. If you have something to drink, go with the flaming hot Cheetos. FOMO'd into the Secret Rare 2K. Didn't expect it to go so low, but love it so much. Got high hopes for this one. Yeah, I mean, Andre Johnson, here's the thing I would say with that is, let me go see what the Secret Rare is right now. All right, so Secret Rare is back down to 1.7K. Like I was saying about how the Ultra Rare, you may buy it at 280, but it dips to like 270. The Secret Rare, you bought at 2K, it may dip to 1.7, 1.5K, but you're kind of like risking those couple $100 to time it perfectly. And if you try to wait and time it perfectly, and saved a couple $100, you may miss the boat and it goes to 3K, right? So I think if you love it, I would say lock it in at an affordable price, because you don't want to miss the boat on something that you love. That's how I was with the Dragon Girl Ultra Rare, or the all gold secret rare solo set. Sold at 1.3K, trying to sell collectibles for like 4 hours. Sold enough duplicates. It was at 1.7K. I was like, do I wait for a pullback? I need this. I bought it. And then I think it did pull back to like 1.5, 1.6, but now it's at 2.3. So that's a prime example right there. I bought for 280, got nothing left now. I think that's what VeVe Vault did too just now. But I think it's a steal, man. I think 270, if it dips to 250, I think a lot of people, especially those that have had restricted market access, they're going to be buying it up. I will mention that to Reese and some people, but I don't think I have to mention that. These people are geniuses, man. If I thought about something, I'm sure it's crossed their mind too, right? They've been planning for VeVe for 4 or 5 years now before I even knew what an NFT was. So I will mention it to them, just because. But I think they're way ahead of the game, man. That's the other thing that like most people forget or just tune in. Like they see these other projects popping up, OpenSea, anywhere, right? Even an app or a platform on websites, they weren't creating this 4 or 5 years ago. They were not preparing for NFTs to be mainstream when nobody even knew what an NFT was. Dan talks about all the time how he was trying to go to these licensors, in 2017 and mention NFT, and they didn't even know how to spell NFT, right? Mention blockchain, and they'd get ushered out of meetings saying we can't be with that Bitcoin scam. Like that's how much foresight these people had, and that's why I love them, and that's what resonates so much with me, because I see myself in them so much, and to where they're not afraid to think outside the box. They're not afraid to be down on the ground floor with the community, get the feel of what they want, what they're feeling, and just great people, man. That's the way you got to think, Brendan and ETH, right? Like, I'm going to hold on to most of my collections the whole time, but I think in Ethereum, prices are just going to skyrocket to where we've never even seen some of these prices before. Can't sell the professor. It's already in my will. That's the thing about a lot of these collectibles. You're going to be able to pass them down, too. Might be. I agree. I mean, you guys know the Dragon Girl is like part of my brand at this point. I had to have the solo all gold Dragon Girl. Not sure what number vault you meant to say, but I want that 133T Dragon Girl so bad. I would try to get it, Vault. I would try to get it. Maybe let's see what the price of that gold Dragon Girl is right now. I'm gonna say it's probably around like 2.2. I wish I had 2 of those so bad. If I had like 3K sitting in gems when it was at 1.3K, I would have got 2 instantly. It's at 2.1K right now. It is a higher edition. It's 2,211 mint. I got lucky. I got the one I picked up for 1.7K. I was at 1.6 or 1.8K. I forget what I paid, but it was a sub 1,000 edition. So right now, sub 1,000 is going for 2.5K. So what I've thought about doing too is, because mine's like a 900 number, it's not that low of a sub 1,000. I thought about selling it for 2.5 and then buying the floor at 2.1. But again, when I only have one of things, I don't like taking those risks and trying to like day trade, because I don't want to miss the boat on any of them. Yeah, you got to diamond hand those. Brendan got the solo Dragon Girl all gold on the drop. Huge. I'm forever grateful to the vault for Lucky. Oh, did VeVe Vault show you when Lucky dropped? And Vincent Koch? I don't know who Vincent Koch is. But I guess it's like someone who else mentioned the Lucky drop for you. Is that what you're talking about, Brendan? I give that man a kiss. See, that's the thing, right? You got people who are saying, like, should you let the community know about these secret drops? Should you not? I get both ways, right? I get the understanding of letting the community know, like being part of the community, letting everyone know. But I also get like it's a secret drop for a reason, so don't tell anyone. So the way I've approached it as a little bit of both, right? I think the whole aspect, the point of it is like to kind of keep it a secret, keep it kind of exclusive, but also for the community, right? So they want to reward people who's using the app. So I want to reward people who are following me on YouTube. I put out a little secret hint saying like a shark. It was a shark picture saying like, "Hey guys." So I'll try to drop like little tips, but I won't write it out in black and white wording. I at least grab a few commons of every comic drop, hodl, and then give them to my kids and grandkids one day. That's kind of how I'm seeing the same thing exactly, Sora. I personally like the rare more, but if I landed the ultra rare, maybe I'd say I'd like that one more. No, I think the ultra rare is great too. I mean, right when I saw the covers and it was before the drop hit and I was going over like what I think I like the most, I loved the rare right away. The red just popped. I thought, could the rare, flip the ultra rare one day? I don't know. There's more editions of the rare. Brizzy said, "You super late, bro." The Thor is from 1983. I remember that cover. This is the first 80s drop. Big time. Not positive on Donnie's floor, but I'll tell you Rizzo's floor. Rizzo's floor was $500 in the marketplace, like early March. When I first joined, Rizzo was $500 in the marketplace. Starfire was $83. I bought a Starfire in the marketplace. One of my first market purchases ever for $83. I think the floor was like maybe 125 at the time, and I saw one for 83, and I was like, I'm gonna see what this market thing's about and buy one. Why didn't I buy 10 of them, right? I think they are working on a system to try to, help solve the fairness of it. I've been kind of trying to think of a system too, with like a safe, because I've been a huge fan of not doing like a queue system of like what these other platforms do, but it's to a point now where they may have to change some things of how they do it. I'm not positive what they're going to do. J-Man says he'd rather have the gold Dragon Girl than the ultra rare Dragon Girl. That's interesting. Interesting. See, I don't know. I'm not sure on that. I like the way the all gold looks. Some people have said they like the way the ultra rare Dragon Girl looks too. The combination of both. I'm torn. I like them both probably equal. I had to have them both. I think the 888 edition though, that's going to be big time, because the Master Collector program people, they're going to want that solo set, all gold Dragon Girl. But there's going to be a lot of people who aren't in the Master Collector program, right? There's going to be a lot of people who are just joining who want rare, exclusive, fine art pieces. And that's the ultra rare Dragon Girl. 888 editions. The first ever alley artist. It's the first fine artwork piece on VeVe. It was the finish wrap up the epic season 1 beta. Yeah, I wasn't even around in January. I was still trying to figure out what NFTs were, really, to be honest. I'm not sure what that meant, Vault. 1337. I don't know what that means. Yeah, it was a little bit easier to buy. There's 2,000 editions. Ooh, tough debate. Tough debate. So am I lucky to buy the gold? It's tough, right? There's things that go for lucky, right? There's 999 of those only compared to 2,200 and whatever. They're both full sets by themselves. Visually, I think the Gold Dragon Girl blows it out of the water. Looks amazing. But Lucky was the first Comic-Con secret rare too. I mean, that helps. I think secret rare collectibles will pay off big time too. I don't think it'll be like duplicate secret rare. So if you have like 10 secret rares of the same collectible, I don't think you'll get 10x of those same points. But I think if you have a secret rare collectible, it's going to put weight on having a secret rare at that point. Huge to get that one on the drop. You won a lucky giveaway. That's always an amazing giveaway. That's tough. That's tough. If it's a series 1, I would go with the secret rare. The ultra rare Labbit, the one that has 888 editions. Just because of the edition count, really. Johnny Brendan won a gold lucky my big old giveaway. I was donated by Vincent Koch. Oh, okay, cool, man, cool. I just never heard of the guy before. That makes sense, then. Yeah, I understand now why Brendan owes that guy a kiss. That's awesome, man. And shout out to you, Vol, for doing those big giveaways, man. I was doing backflips. I thought Brendan was trolling me. That's awesome. No, Brendan's a good person. That's hilarious. I sold the first Ritmo on the marketplace and Chow bought it. Wow. That's hilarious. I feel bad, sorry. But that's hilarious that Chow bought it too. I know Chow. That's hilarious. Ritmo's, so many people sold Ritmo cheap for like $100, $200 back then. I almost sold a Ritmo. I'm sorry. I almost bought a Ritmo for like $500 right before they got animated. But instead, I ended up buying something else that was just around that price, which ended up being pretty good too. But then Ritmo shot up to like $1,400 right after it got animated. I was like, no. But I only had one Ritmo till then. Then I just held one for months. I made that song saying I wish I had two. Finally watched it climb dip all the way down to 700. Bought the second Ritmo at 700. Now it's at 1.4. I think it'll be huge. I joined the day after the DeLorean drop. No market or drop for 2 weeks. I had useless gems, but I knew to participate in the next drops, and here I am. Wow, that's awesome, man. See, a lot of people, they would have got mad and just gave up. A lot of people did. A lot of people sold their collection and, bounced. Just so happy I wasn't one of those. Yeah, I think it just takes a little while. I think also they wanted a little delay in the delivery system of the comic books just to kind of, of the blind boxes, just to kind of, give it that feeling of waiting for something. But also, there's so many that have to get delivered, right? 30,000 of them. So I'm not sure exactly. Lucky on Open Sea. I think that'll be big time. Gail in the building. How we doing, brother? The Gale's also in the Influencer Fantasy Football League that we're in. What's up, Harris? A lot of people always ask me this, how many sets does it need to be in the Master Collector program? I don't think it's going to be built like that. I think it's going to be the more sets you have, the higher your chance will be, because I think sets will offer, amount of points. I think the points will be huge because sets are hard to get, obviously. But also, I think if you don't have the most amount of sets, I think you're going to be able to work your way up there by being active on the app, commenting, engaging with people. Also, I think just buying collectibles will give you points. So not only finishing sets, but I think buying collectibles will help give you points. Maybe season 1 collectibles will give you more points, Not positive on that. I would like to see that. I think just completing those sets will say if liking a picture gives you 1 point, I think a full set may give you 100 points type thing, or 500 points, or if buying a collectible gives you 10 points, like they're just going to give you more points, I think. Oh, you mean for the current price? For the current price, I think Secret Rabbit or Secret Rare Labbit is a steal. I think it's only like $500 or $600 right now for a Secret Rare. Meanwhile, if you have to buy the Ultra Rare Labbit right now at its current price, it's like $3K, I think, or $2K. So return on investment wise, if you were to buy them both at the current prices, I would lean personally to the Secret Rare as well. But I thought you meant like retail price, like what would you rather have, Secret Rare or the Ultra Rare? I would go for the Ultra Rare. Yeah. T-Bone said Secret Rare Labbit is 530. Yeah, exactly. For the price points currently, I would definitely say Secret Rare too. I mean, we saw it hit 1K, but then we saw it dip again. I think we're going to see it skyrocket as well. Why the comic Secret Rare low edition count? That is correct. They can potentially, animate all these different collectibles. I don't know which ones they are going to animate. I have my guesses, but we don't really know for sure just yet which ones are going to drop. Or I'm sorry, which ones are going to get animated. That would be wild. That would be wild. I'm really not sure. I mean, I personally think we're going to get more so of like a different colorway. The Gale says, how many points do you think you'll lose by this week in your fantasy in the influencer league? I'm thinking 10 minimum. Well, I don't know who I play this week, but by that comment, I'm going to suspect that I'm playing you, Gale. And if that's the case, I think I'm going to win by, not a pretty good team, but I think I'm going to win by at least 20 points. So you may be able to, use this as part of your snippet to win. You maybe might beat me, but I got a feeling I'm going to beat you this week. That's actually really funny. If I end up losing, you use this as a snippet. That would actually be hilarious. But I got confidence in my squad. Just took another dub. Shout out to Crypto Khaki. I'd have beat you this week, my man. We've all said anime Todd hashtag. I'm sure there's going to be people that don't really want that to be animated. Some people don't really want Rizzo to be animated, which I understand. This right here. See, that's what a lot of people don't really get, right? I mean, Top Shot, it's like the Series 1 stuff that people want. And VeVe, people are going to want Season 1, Series 1 stuff big time. I could see that being the case, definitely. Like, if anyone who holds a Secret Rare is able to, breed one of their Labbits together, I could definitely see that being the case. All right, so my guesses. You guys want my guesses right now? What I think is going to be the ones to animate? I don't have any kind of facts to back this up or confirmations. This is all just pure speculation right now. The Gales laughs. All right, so my speculation is I believe Catwoman's going to get animated. That's why I stocked up on the cat. I also believe possibly one of the artists, or maybe all the artists that have dropped, are going to get animated. I don't know if it's just going to be one of them or all of them. Maybe I was thinking with the Ron English one, the B, like the wax strips, or maybe with the Labbits, the lighter, the cigarette lights, or whatever it is, the joy it lights. Or we have the Jermaine Rogers, those rabbits. Maybe like the knife gets be able to swap with like a gun or something like that. That's kind of how I've been thinking. So Maybe one of those happen with the Catwoman. I don't know what else is going to get animated. It could be anything, right? Wendy in the building. Let's go. What's going on? I could see the Murmur Corners getting animated, honestly, the Ultra Rare, because we saw Tokidoki Ripmo get animated after season 1. Would it make sense after season 2, the Murmur Corner gets animated? Johnny, my beard, are you spending too much with VeVe? Yeah, I am. I got to trim it down. Yeah, that's kind of like what we've all been speculating, that the safe opens. Who's the top artist on VeVe? Like the most popular, would you say? Like worldwide? I would have to say, I mean, getting into Jermaine Rogers now, I like his work a lot. Simone, I like his work a lot. Worldwide, I think Ron English is huge. Ron English is a huge artist worldwide. I would say he's up there. And Frank Kozik is up there too. I would have to say Ron or Simone, maybe Frank. Jermaine, I think, is, getting there with the popularity worldwide. He's huge though. Can't go wrong with that one. I have 15 common DeLoreans. We know they're going to get remote controlled at some point. I forgot to say that one. I think the common DeLoreans are going to be able to drive around at some point, because we saw that happen already. I'm not sure about the Mighty Marvels. It could. I think something big's going to come for them. I don't know what it is, though. I think having a Todd is going to be clutch. Turn into a Viking. I think for the Thor, I'm going to let my hair down. It makes sense. But all right, guys, appreciate you all for tuning in. Let me go over the market prices real quick again before I tune out. Common, $12. I think that's a steal. Uncommon, still $30. The rare, rare dipped to 107. I think if it dips below 100, I'm copping one. Copping a third, I should say. So the ultra rare, 275. Ultra rare is being sucked on big time. Where's the secret rare? Secret rare is 1.7K. So definitely affordable. I think this is going to be a big one. I think they're not going to stay around 275 for the ultra rare for much longer. Yeah, static vehicles, with all the animations coming, static ones could be, overlooked. If the golden gun comes, I would be going insane. I would need that. But all right, I'm tuning out. Appreciate you guys all for the support, man. It's another great drop. Shout out to everybody who got something big. A lot of people I saw got the rare one with me, so that's awesome. That's the one that I wanted big time, so I'm so glad I got that. Had to get a second one in the marketplace. Don't even care if it dipped. It keeps dipping. I'll keep buying them, because I think what we find out with these comic covers is people love the artwork. And if it's great artwork, if it pops, people are going to want that. So I think that's definitely going to be one that is highly sought after. May have to stock up on that one. But once again, we're going to do the live stream again for the next drop. So stay tuned on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter for all the updates. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. And I'll see you guys next drop. Once again, it's your boy, Johnny Dunn, and we out.